Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, everybody. Well, if anybody's in here, I don't know if anybody's in here or not. Interesting. How's everybody doing this is it this afternoon or is it this evening? Dang, ain't nobody in here? Lord have mercy. 25 people. Welcome back. Alright, so I'm sitting at the little scale house. If you want to go ahead and guess the weights, go ahead and do that. And I'll say what the weights are before we pull out of here. So if you want to guess it quick. We have unloaded and reloaded, and we're fixing to head on down the highway. We're up over the mountain. Lord have mercy, I dread that. $49 people watching with 18 thumbs up. You gotta be kidding me. Don't be so lazy, people. I don't like this channel. I'm just watching it because nobody else is on right now. So don't tell me to hit the thumbs up, because I'm not gonna. Good Lord. 25 thumbs up, 60 people watching. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. Here's some food for thought. If you don't want to hit the thumbs up button, leave. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Good Lord. Don't take life so serious. Man, what name was that? That was weird looking.
TRGJR fan 81 said, "You coming to visit me?"
I'm not coming that far south, man.
Keith said,
Good Lord,
"Hey
what was
Bobby," said, "Canadian girl, LOL."
Lord have mercy, what's wrong with her voice?
WYOBT said, "Right Kenwood, LOL." TRGJR fan 81
Alright, so
said, "Of course not, LOL."
what we got on the... I thought I was. I originally thought it was going down
Susan
South
S.
Florida, but...
said, "Howdy Bobby and gang."
Good afternoon, everybody.
Said, "Hi Bobby and everyone."
So we got 11,760 on the steers.
Said, 82 degrees, sunny, Clearwater,
31,640. Oh, is that Clearwater? Dang it. 31,640 on the drives. 32,660 on the trailer for a grand total of 75,980 pounds. 75,980.
709 said, "Lord have mercy." Jonathan.
Lord have mercy.
November Health Number 6 said, spelled Florida. Florida. Susan S. or Biscuit.
Florida.
Said, "Howdy Lori G." Smiling face with 3 hearts. Candidate Reagan. Said, "Good evening Bobby."
Good evening,
Richard
good evening,
M.
good evening.
Said, "Fluffy popcorn."
No, it's not fluffy.
TRGJR fan 81
It's non-pop.
said 82 degrees in Bradenton at CW Tershar. Lauren Order said, "Okay, I'm back, Kiki."
Law and order.
Richard M. Said, are you in range of a flying J? WYOBT.
Am I in range of a flying J?
Said Amber wins.
No.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said thumbs up everybody.
I'm nowhere near a flying J. That's why I got fuel
Said hello.
yesterday.
Hope you're feeling better today.
I am feeling a little bit better today.
Connection and Johnny BK20. Said a big kiss for Meg.
Lord have
Vernon
mercy.
Dent. Said giddy up. Friday night stream.
Friday
Awesome.
night stream.
Lori G. Said hey BT. Heart hands.
And I even cleaned the windshield. I got out there and wiped it down, especially for y'all.
709. Said that's a dusty parking lot.
Yeah.
Laurel.
This is the.
Said Colorado to Florida is a long way.
It is.
It depends what town you're going to in Florida.
McKinley.
WYOBT. Said Susan Hart hands.
1,700 miles.
Lauren Order.
Ish.
Said hey everyone. Josh C. Said good afternoon. I enjoyed your drive earlier.
Thank you.
I lived in La Junta and used to go to Alamosa regularly.
Dang it. I got to turn my Wi-Fi back on,
Said
y'all.
that area of Co is still my favorite.
We're
Richard
going to
M.
buffer for just a
Said
second.
Sunset.
I didn't realize my Wi-Fi was off. Dang it. I hate that. Okay.
G.
There we go.
Said hi TRG.
Everything's good
Richard
now.
M. Said your reset caused blurry picture.
Did it?
Said I was going to donate my name upside
Lord
down,
have mercy.
LOL.
Is that better? Is that better?
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said Bobby, glad you're feeling a little better today.
Me too.
D.
Me
I
too.
lost
Thank
a
goodness.
D.O.
Thank you.
Said face orange, raised eyebrow. Richard M.
Debo's got his
Said
eyebrow
better.
up in there.
TRGJR fan 81. Said at Lori G at Susan S. or Biscuit, hey y'all. Desert Rat.
Debo's got his
Said,
eyebrow
"Hi,
in there.
Bobby,
Better
Ashish,
watch
and
it.
Everyone.
What up,
Lauren
ho?
Porter. Said Bobby, are you headed towards me now? LOL.
Yep.
WYOBT.
We're headed that
Said
way.
D-Rat Jeetsy. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hey D-Rat. Buddy Reed. Said hello Bobby and the Misfits. Richard M.
Buddy, how you doing?
Said man oh man you took most of the road for that turn.
Well, I know, but I didn't want to go over the curb.
Said LMAO Bobby. Lori G.
That's Desert
Said,
Rat's
"Hey,
new
Lauren, I
word.
hope you are doing good. Lauren Order.
That's
Said,
Desert Rat instigated.
Stacy P. Said good evening Bobby. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hey P Rap. Desert Rat.
More fish and less
Said
bitching.
LOL-ish.
Let's go.
Lauren Order. Said sup Lori. Lori G. Said hi D Rat. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hey hey buddy. Smiling face
Oh, that's
with
cool.
3 hearts.
That's freaking
CW
cool.
You're sharp. Said where did you say Martinsville? Desert
Martinsville.
Rat. Said nice day 90 degrees here.
McKinley.
Lauren Order. Said no rat.
Man, I wanted to stop at that Dairy Queen and get a freaking hot dog, but I forgot about it.
CW You're sharp. Said got it. Buddy Reed. Said hello Susan. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said going to FL. Coolio.
Going to what?
Richard M. Said Dairy Queen icy cream. Lori G. Said hi buddy.
It's Queen, not cream.
D. I Lasso D.O. Said hey Susan people hugging. Buddy Reed. Said hello Sheriff Lori. Lauren
So the
Porter.
truck says it's
Said
69
nearly
degrees,
biscuits.
and that sign
I
over
might
there
have to meet him.
for the school
This is the closest he's been to me
says
ever.
65
Lurch
degrees.
Wolf. Said I'm thinking about DQ too.
Thinking about
Susan
DQ
S.
too.
or Biscuit? Said FL equals Florida.
Florida.
Lori G. Said
Florida.
hi Raptor. People hugging. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said hey Lori NBT people hugging. C.W. Sharp. Said you already had a hot dog for breakfast.
I know I did have a hot dog
Richard
for
M.
breakfast. That's the reason why I forgot
Said I am
about
off work, so I will return when I get home as the great Mac Daddy for the drive this evening.
it. Right on.
Susan
man,
S.
right on.
or Biscuit? Said Lauren, that would be so cool. WYOBT. Said P. Rap Heart Hands. John Watson. Said hi Bobby.
John, how you doing?
Buddy Reed. Said Cryptic is the you know what in the you know what.
Huh?
Kevin Towler. Said Richard M. It's ice cream.
Ice cream paint shop. That's not what it is. That's not a truck stop. It says that there's a scale. My map says that there's a scale right there at that. Maybe it's the next one up.
Said Bobby Highway 160 runs right into Winfield, Kansas.
Winfield.
Roncalli 31. Said Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
MRSRLT 7.
And a Happy New Year.
Said good evening Bobby and gang.
Who was that?
Buddy Reed.
My big mouth was running.
Said
I
if
didn't
you
hear
know. You know. Papa Kilo. Said hey everyone. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said oh crap. We are going to see Lauren. John Watson. Said good and you. One scuba dude. Said I'm having breakfast for supper. Lori G.
Breakfast for
Said hi
supper.
there.
Right on.
Hard hands. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said doesn't decipher cryptic. Lauren Order. Said Raptor you won't be able to see me over the hood of Bobby's truck. Tom Kearney.
Yeah, she's only 4'9".
Said you want to drive through FT worth to the warm parts. Kevin Towler. Said and a happy new year. Buddy Reed. Said bypass North Florida. Lori G.
Bypass North
Said
Florida.
Lauren. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said Lauren, are you admitting that you're a smurf? Susan S. or Biscuit. Said I don't see bear. Said sorry Bobby, didn't think the font would look terrible. I'll have to wait 2 weeks to change it.
It did not look terrible. I just couldn't read it.
Said Jeetsy Lori.
She can read it, so that's fine. That's all fine and good.
Scuba dude. Said hello Lori smiling face with 3 hearts.
I think she read it, didn't she?
D.I. Lasso D.O. Said I had a Y that was 4 minutes 11 seconds.
What?
Jonathan. Said biggest loves in whole U.S. Up here. Lauren Order. Said Raptor I'm a midget not a smurf LOL. Lori G. Said Jeetsy Bear. D.I. Lasso D.O.
Jeetsy.
Said I don't have X's. I have Y's. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said there's Bear. Hiya. Lurch Wolf.
Hello, everybody.
Said 4'9". I'm 6'3".
Good
Said
Lord.
okay. Amber. Said Biscuit Heart Hands. One Scuba Dude. Said hello Amber people hugging smiling face with 3 hearts. Lori G. Said hey Scuba. Heart Hands. Tom Kearney. Said 6 hours to Amarillo. Amber.
Yeah, we don't have enough time to
Said
make it
hi
to
Scuba
Amarillo.
Dude light blue heart. Susan
That's for
S.
sure.
or Biscuit. Said hey Scuba Dude. Smiling face with 3 hearts.
We might make it to Del Mar.
WYOBT. Said scuba light blue heart hands.
It depends on how long it takes me to get
Phyllis.
over this freaking pass up
Said
here.
how's the day going?
It's
Want
been
this
going pretty
cat?
good, actually.
Said ooh my lucky number 83 thumb 2.
Number
Susan S.
83.
or Biscuit.
We got the filthy 40
Said
hanging
buckle
out
your
with
seatbelts
us.
y'all it's Friday night up in here. One Scuba Dude. Said hello Susan smiling face with 3 hearts party face people hugging.
Welcome back,
Want this cat?
everybody.
Said halo Bobby halo everybody.
Monte Vista, how you doing?
Said where are we now?
What's-
Susan S. or Biscuit.
Who said that?
Said hiya Wampus.
Who said where are we at now?
MT player flag of South Africa.
Who did that?
Said hello everyone again.
Bobo, how you doing? I'm not saying another word until we get an answer. Who asked where we was at right now?
Said me.
Put them out. Put them out. Whoever it was. I'm kidding. Don't put them out. I'm kidding.
Amber. Said Canadian girl tardy slip. Said me.
I don't know who me asked. No, it wasn't me.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said I can't read their name.
If you're asking where we're at, that means you've not hit
Said,
that
"How was
thumbs
it
up
feeling
button.
today and yesterday, Bobby.
The same as this morning.
Longest cat.
Playa.
Said, hello, Susan, go biscuits. 1 week.
If you're asking where we're at right now, that means you've not hit that thumbs up button.
Said,
Go
Bobby.
do it.
Jonathan. Said, starting team truck driving today. Volunteering Bobby myself. Non-stop to Florida. WYOBT.
I don't do teams.
Said, Canada girl.
Canada
One
girl,
scuba dude.
you better go
Said,
hit
hello,
that thumbs up button.
WYOBT smiling face with 3 hearts party face people hugging. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said, dang.
I was kidding though. I was kidding about
Said,
putting
I
them
hate
out.
this font and I can't change it.
Dang it, man.
WYOBT. Said, snap.
Wait a minute, that wasn't Clearwater that had the
Like.
font. Who's got the font? Is it
CW your shark.
Canadian girl?
Said, we are on the road again.
Oh,
Is
that's
where
why
we
she's
are.
not reading your name for her. She can't make it out.
Said, it's in the title. A ghost of the now.
She can't make it out.
Said, bunch of slackers this trip.
Yeah, a bunch of slackers.
Wampus cat. Said, I love my Canada girl.
See, the thing is,
Each and every province
in order
of the
to
year.
know where we're at, it's in the title. We're just now starting
Said,
out.
except stops for fuel.
Right.
No showers, no food.
What?
Susan S. or biscuit. Said, not a good start. Stacy P.
Not a good start to the
Said,
day.
where are we, Bobby? LOL.
Lord have
One
mercy,
scuba dude.
Stacy.
Said, hello, Bobo, how you doing? Feel good here. Said, yeah. Lurch hole. Said, all I want to know is we getting DQ.
Nah, I passed it up already.
Said, LOL cats. Wampus cat.
Let's go.
Said, disqualified.
Disqualify everybody.
Said, wow, you gave me just enough time to hit 3 stores and spread line in the yard back on the road again. Wampus cat. Said, Halos Philos, great mind. WYOBT. Said, boom arama. Said, it's okay. I didn't think it was going to mess up your speech reader.
Oh, it's all right.
Me. Said, good morning from Albuquerque. Number 101.
Boom! You guys and
Said,
gals,
Jerry Queen N.
ladies and gentlemen, are freaking awesome. Thank you so much for the first 100 thumbs up right here at the Right On Gang. Really do appreciate it. Snatch some salt from the salty cruise.
Said, Halo, you.
Butter up that popcorn. Enjoy the rest of the ride. Now we do love the Misfits around here. How much do we love the Misfits?
Said, I came because someone sent me.
Freaking
Susan S. or biscuit.
bunches.
Said, don't agitate the driver from the starting block. Give it a little time face, blue smiling.
Give it a minute. Die.
Said, morning scuba.
No, we're in Monte Vista. Monte Vista. Monte
Said,
Vista.
hey cats. Said, sorry mods, pleading face. Me. Said, morning wampus.
Now I'll never know who you are
Said,
speaking
your clock on him instead of PM at me.
since she
Duck,
can't
go
read your
fast.
name.
Said, DQ stands for duck quacking.
Duck quacking.
Lauren Order.
It's a duck
Said,
quacking
might
good
be
time.
IDK if I'll meet Bobby or not LMAO.
She won't get out of
Wampus
bed to
cat.
come meet me.
Said, morning you. Buddy Reed. Said, no mods here. Me.
Ain't no mods here.
Said, morning
What's
Jonathan.
wrong with you people?
A ghost of the now. Said, at one scuba dude high. Hockey game starts in a minute. TV and lurker lounge. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said, TSK Canadian. One scuba dude. Said, Bobby, don't forget your shots before you get to Florida, LOL. Jonathan. Said, it me, it's 4 p.m., LOL morning. The real B. Said, I need some salt, who's crying. WYOBT. Said, face fuchsia tongue out, we can do better, misfits.
We can do
16
much
minutes
better.
is. Man.
16
Said, I'm
minutes
also
is just
along for a
that.
scam baiter.
What, a
Susan
scam
S. or
baiter?
biscuit. Said, hiya ghost. Wampus cat. Said, it's a long story, Jonathan. MT player
Freaking
flag of
stupid
South
pickup
Africa.
truck.
Said Lori G. Susan S. Scuba Dude. WYOBT. Wampus cat. Me. Amber. Bobby. Stacy P. Velociraptor. Jonathan.
mercy,
Lauren
who's that?
and Buddy Reed.
Hello, whoever
how
you
you
are.
guys all? Mad Trapper.
Man, try
Said,
to
good AA.
Good
Just
day.
popped in to say hey A.
Hey.
D.I. Lasso D.O. Said, hey Maspo. Jamie Sheets. Said, hey Bobby, will you stop at the next diner and get me an order of Rocky Mountain oysters?
Ah, sheets,
LOL,
man.
LOL. Buddy Reed. Said, hello Maspo. Me. Said, C. Mage full of mornings, buffaloes come.
Dang it.
Wampus cat. Said you go Mount Player. Chris Wyatt. Said hi everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Susan S. or Biscuit.
How we all doing?
Said howdy MT Player. The Real B. Said don't need mods when we're all cops. Said I'm out, dinner time. Have a great weekend, Bobby, everyone.
Enjoy your dinner.
Lauren Order. Said me doesn't read his messages well, LMAO. Music dude _25.
Sheesh.
Ozzy Baywatch. Said g'day Bobby and Tasha and crew.
G'day, Baywatch. How you doing
Cat.
today?
Said well done or medium rare Jamie Sheets. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hey Chris W.
Extremely rare.
One Scuba Dude. Said hi there buddy. Jonathan. Said this camera focus is the best it has ever been. Super clear for future reference.
Really?
Susan S. or Biscuit.
I didn't do anything no
Said
different.
hey Ozzy.
Well, I cleaned the
Buddy
windshield.
Reed. Said hello Scuba Dude. Amber. Said hi Bobo hand pink waving. WYOBT. Said hiya Bobo. CW Sharp. Said Bobby is that McKinley Park, Florida. James
No, it's
Ewing.
just McKinley, Florida.
Said yay Florida. A ghost of the now. Said it Biscuit hello, back in about 20 minutes. James Ewing.
I don't think there's a park
Said
in
hey
it.
Amber BT.
I don't know where
Lauren
McKinley
Porter.
Park is.
Said Florida. Florida. Florida.
Florida.
Chris Wyatt. Said hey Susan S. Wampus Cat. Said US 160 is a great drive across the cove. Amber. Said Baywatch.
I tell you what, it feels like I'm
Andy
at the
C.
bust right now.
Said howdy Bobby, everyone again.
Andy C, how you
D.
doing?
I Lasso D.O.
Oh,
Said
that's
to
not even
everyone
cool,
who joined. Except for Sheester. Susan S. or Biscuit.
Because I just kicked a
Said
tire
okay,
right
ghost.
before I started the stream
D. I Lasso
20 minutes
D.O.
ago.
Said hey Andy. Amber. Said hi James E. Alice Usher.
James, how you doing?
Said Bobby and Misfit.
Alice, how you
Susan
doing?
S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smiling P-Rap. Stacy P. Said hello everyone. John 123
Hello.
Canada 42.
How's everybody doing
Said
today?
hey Bobby. Wampus
John, how
Cat.
you doing?
Said speaking of Florida. Congratulations to the Flora-Bama Lounge being named the #1 waterside bar in the United States. Again.
What?
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hiya Stacy P. Jamie Sheets. Said medium rare.
Medium rare.
Said good Saturday morning Baywatch. James Ewing. Said I have to take in care membership LOL soon.
What?
Jonathan.
You have to take care of
Said at
membership.
Wampus Cat Orange Beach Owl. One Scuba Dude. Said Lori, I'm making that cake tomorrow. James Ewing.
So what do we have, about
Said hey Susan.
3 hours
Susan S.
between
or
the streams?
Biscuit. Said hiya James E.
3 hours, I
Wampus
think.
Cat.
Maybe
Said
3.5
exactly
hours.
Jonathan, home of the world famous mullet throwing contest. Wordslinger. Said pretends to be an unread mile marker.
Dang.
Mad Trapper. Said clean in the window can do miracles, eh?
Yeah, I can.
Music dude
Yeah, you can.
_25. Said Philo has been kaboomed for his wisecrack. Dino Tune Motorsports. Said good evening sir. Thank you for the ride to Florida.
Yeah, oh well.
D.I. Lasso D.O. Said LOL word. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said word. Lauren Order.
Word.
Said Bobby depends on how early or late you get there. D.I. Lasso
I'm not
D.O.
sure what the appointment time
Said
is.
RWWW no.
I think the appointment
Double
time's
Echo
midnight.
One Scuba Dude. Said hey Baywatch, John 123. Duck duck go fast. Said I keep looking for LMAO in the mayo aisle at the store. I can't find it. John 123 Canada 42.
Dang it.
Said hey Philoso, Susan Amber Scuba, James Wampus, Stacy Canadian Music, Lauren Mad Dino. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said hey John. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Ozzy. CW Sharp. Said Bobby between Daytona and Fort Lauderdale East Coast.
Oh yeah,
Buddy
no, I'm
Reed.
not going that far down.
Said add another name to Sonic's list. Friedrich Mueller. Said I just got out of school and today they asked me if I knew how to drive a stick. I said mana and I've been driving stick with the best of them since I was 16 years old.
Dang it.
So I started shifting to 1, 2, 3, 4. Wampus Cat. Said Halo
1,
John
2, 3,
123. Amber. Said John 123 hand pink waving. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hiya John 123. Andy C. Said 71 degrees and light rain. Friedrich Mueller. Said then I said where the heck is 6? And they said you need to push a button on the shifter to get to 6. I said what kind of truckin' you all running here? I never heard of no shift to switch gears.
Dang.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smiling buddy.
Gotta switch that
Ozzy
button, man.
Baywatch. Said g'day bear. Susan. Scuba dude. Phil Lauren. John Jim. Hi Jack. James. Buddy. Cat. MT player flag of South Africa. Said clown horn.
Clown horn.
Wampus cat. Said halo Ozzy. John 123 Canada 42.
There you go.
Said hey buddy. Buddy Reed. Said hello Ozzy. Friedrich Mueller. Said I refused to play their games so I stayed at 5. They said you can't stay off the freeway on 5. And I said watch me, so they failed me.
Dang it.
Rick. Said hey Bobby hope you're well, I watched some of the earlier stream.
Right on.
James Ewing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Said hey John. Ozzy Baywatch.
I ain't getting out
Said
of
hi
fifth
D
gear,
dot
man.
myself. I.
It's like
James Ewing.
15 miles an hour,
Said
I
we
think.
try and get rid headaches.
Or maybe 20.
Wampus cat. Said Colorado is a bunch of dispensaries connected by some horrible roads going through unmatched scenery.
Right,
Susan
right,
S.
right.
or Biscuit.
That's all Colorado
Said
is dispensaries,
Friedrich
man.
Mueller. Said so I got sent home early for that. I thought this was America. In America we shift in one motion. John the Beagle Dad. Said hail folks. Buddy Reed. Said hello John.
In America, there's nothing past
Me.
fifth gear anyway, right?
Said morning 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 Susan. John the Beagle Dad.
Alamosa.
Said TGIF finally. John the Beagle Dad. Said hey buddy.
Don't you change on me.
John 123 Canada 42. Said hey me. Wampus cat. Said don't say hail, we are headed for the middle of the country. Me. Said morning John. Buddy Reed. Said hello John 123. John the Beagle Dad. Said now I missed this. Where was he going again? Answer in a truck down the road. Lauren Order. Said Beagle we're going to Florida. WYOBT. Said hiya Baywatch. Lauren
There's somebody
Order.
else that didn't hit the thumbs
Said
up button.
McKinley, Florida. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said Meg falling way behind.
Y'all just keep telling on yourself for not hitting the
James
thumbs up
Ewing.
button.
Said LOL.
Just keep telling.
WYOBT. Said Wade behind. Wampus
How
cat.
far behind is she?
Said FL121 McLean. Richard Bishop. Said good afternoon Bobby. Susan S. Buddy Reed Wampus Cat Me John 123 and Lauren Order.
Richard
John
Hayden.
123 Canada 42. Said hey hey Buddy Reed.
Long John Silver's.
Ewing.
Man, that's what I
Said
actually
speed up
wanted
Meg.
was Long John.
Lauren Order.
Long John
Said
Silver's.
hey Richard Bishop. Buddy Reed. Said today is now Saturday. Wampus cat. Said hello Richard B.
She get caught up on
Brandon
Saturday.
Baltzell. Said hey Bubby. Susan S. or
Did you
Biscuit.
call me Bubby?
Said hiya Rick.
How did you
Me.
spell that?
Said morning Richard. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Richard B. Ozzy Baywatch. Said hi why out. Rick. Said Susan hi. Rick. Said Meg is an hour behind.
An hour.
Stacy
Good
P.
God Almighty,
Said
man.
hello, 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 LOL. Richard Bishop. Said hi Ozzy Baywatch Kangaroo. John the Beagle Dad. Said fish tonight. Susan S. or Biscuit.
Nah.
Said hi
I'd
the
like to
Beagle
be able to
Dad.
stop there and get some
John
fish.
the Beagle Dad. Said hey Susan. Kevin Towler. Said hi Richard. CW Sharp. Said McClinicity in Florida. MT player flag of South
McLeany's
Africa.
East of
Said
Jacksonville.
7.7
I mean west
magnitude
of
power
Jacksonville.
earthquake strike in Thailand.
Just west of Jacksonville.
Geo 79. Said hello Susan S. Lauren Order. Said yes Sharp. John the Beagle Dad. Said no news yet God is percolating the puppy coffee. John the Beagle Dad. Said I already did. John the Beagle Dad. Said and shared.
Thank you,
Susan
thank you,
S.
thank you.
or Biscuit. Said Richard B. Greetings. Blake H. Said remember the Alamosa. Friedrich
I remember
Mueller.
the Alamosa.
Said, yep, if you ever see me riding down the freeway at 25 miles per hour, it's because I believe in freedom.
That's right.
And ain't no gear switches if you believe in freedom. Wampus Cat. Said, you better hope Bobby doesn't have an itchy trigger finger. Wordslinger.
Uh-oh.
Said, gotta get back on track running late. Asta Manana.
Hasta
Lauren
mañana.
Porter. Said, Meg is pretty far behind.
It wouldn't do me no good to have an
Music
itchy
dude
trigger
underscore
finger as far
25.
behind as she is.
Said, I see we are going to the world of Mickey. John 123 Canada 42. Said, from now. Aussie Baywatch.
They probably get to make
Said,
5
"G'day,
comments
Richard Bishop."
before
Edward Seifert. Said, on the road again. Let me guess you are
they
going
got taken
to.
out.
Wait for it. Arcadia. Amber.
Now that's where I was
Said
thinking
128
to start,
likes.
but it's
Keep
McKinley.
them coming. One scuba dude. Said 7:17 p.m. John the Beagle Dad. Said those are
7.
STLLL.
She's 3 minutes behind
Jonathan. Said Motel 8.
because it's
I love
5:20.
Motel 8s. Richard
So she's
Bishop.
3 minutes behind.
Said Susan S.
Dang.
It's near 80 degrees here in Chicago today, and on Monday snow shower skunk.
Good Lord.
Jonathan. Said Super 6's Motel. Buddy Reed. Said hello, Richard. Rick. Said it will be dark before Meg finds us. James Ewing. Said LOL. Brandon Baltzell. Said Rick. Susan
Lord
S.
have
or
mercy.
Biscuit. Said yes, MT player. I saw about the earthquake on the evening news. Terrible damage. Lauren Order. Said LMAO Rick. Buddy Reed. Said 5 minutes later, it was spelled Bubby, so I don't know who it was meant for. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey
man.
WYOBT. Rick.
We ain't sure who
Said
said
hi,
that.
MT player flag of South Africa. Said T. Lauren Order.
God
Said yeah,
bless.
it's west of Jack's. Tom Kearney. Said Susan S. or Biscuit, did you see that guy fall out of his crane? Terrible. Wampus Cat. Said who bubbly. Rogers.
Bubbly.
Said 139 Meg, only 2.5 minutes late. John
Roger, how you
123
doing?
Canada 42. Said 2 minutes behind, I think. Josh C.
I don't know. Whoever
Said
put
what's the
17
main interstate that will get you to FL? Wampus Cat.
I don't know.
Said 10. Rick.
It depends.
Said hi, Brandon. Geo 79.
We'll just have to see how we track as
Said
we
going
go.
to the other side of the Kentucky.
Jesus.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said wow, Richard B. Your weather is totally janky.
Janky.
Shelley Archuleta. Said Monte Vista. Howdy doody.
Shelly, how you doing?
Said howdy Bobby. Howdy everyone.
Howdy doody, how you doing?
Jonathan. Said Frito-Lay Coke Plano TX. Richard Bishop. Said hi there.
Man, I
Amber
wish I
and
could
Rick.
whistle.
Wampus Cat. Said go you. MT player flag of South Africa. Said Susan S. Yes, I saw on the news here on channel 406. That earthquake was terrible. Lauren Order.
Holy Lord
Said
have
Yates.
mercy.
Gifted.
Oh, did
John
somebody throw a gift out?
123 Canada 42.
thank you. About 3 minutes late. Dang
Brandon
it.
Baltzell.
That is
Said I
awesome.
even get up in 5:30 to this morning. Soul Dasher Joni. Said hey.
Johnny, how you
Amber.
doing?
Said me. Shelley Archuleta.
Was it?
Said hi Bobby. Susan S.
Hello,
or Biscuit.
hello. Hey, I'm
Said
behind.
Tom K. Noah.
She's got me
Was
behind
that
too,
the
y'all.
earthquake too? Gary Watson. Said McClenny.
Man,
Amber.
look at all them oranges.
Said hi Richard. Me. Said Morning Bear. Susan S. or Biscuit.
Holy
Said nice me.
thanks.
Wampus Cat. Said McLean. Rogers.
Y'all got
Said
me
Meg
lost
closed
right
or
now.
open. Rick. Said as far as Meg is behind Bobby would have a laser gun by then.
Right,
Wampus Cat. Said bypass.
right.
Brandon
Bypass.
Baltzell. Said for Special Olympics.
What?
John 123
What are y'all even
Canada
talking about?
42. Said hey Gary. Shelley Archuleta. Said now you are in Alamosa.
Is she saying your name
Amber.
right, Shelly?
Said
Archuleta?
morning me. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Shelley. CW Sharp. Said Bobby IT is pronounced McClenny.
Well,
Dawn.
whatever.
Said I was feeling risque and
I don't
had
pronounce
some good
anything
meat
right.
for lunch. Rick. Said hi,
I know
Gary
it's how
and
it's spelled,
Amber.
but I like to say
Rick.
McClenny,
Said hi,
not
me.
McClenny.
Shelly Archuleta. Said hey, Bobby. Wampus Cat. Said McClenny. Matthew. Said can I use this to fall asleep to?
If you want to.
Buddy Reed. Said 7:21 p.m. Gary
Lord
Watson.
have mercy.
Said hi at John 123 Canada 42 at Rick. WYOBT. Said hi at John. Me. Said good show, Bear. Jonathan.
Oh, did Amber get
Said
that
Domino's
membership?
Pizza drive-thru.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
John
That
123 Canada 42.
is
Said hey Rick Don CW2.
awesome.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said nice bear. Music dude _ 25. Said sheesh an hour later.
An hour
Geo
later.
79. Said Bobby Thars live coverage of the 2025 Louisville, Kentucky Truck Show. Rick. Said hi John.
Yeah, I'm not interested in truck
Shelley
shows. Not
Archuleta.
that much.
Said you're in my neck of the wood.
Uh-huh.
Brent Connor. Said where in Florida are
Oh,
you
man.
going?
You.
Rogers. Said Meg says nice sunrise. Wampus Cat.
Freaking idiot.
Said we have one in town, but it's far more trouble than it's worth, Jonathan. Susan S. or Biscuit.
God dang it, man.
Said
I got to
face
kick
blue
the tire,
smile at
y'all.
Roger. Richard Bishop.
And I know there's not going to be that much
said
in there,
hello,
but
Roger Z.
Lord have
Dennis
mercy.
McCanich. Said hello, everyone is. Dennis
Yes.
McCanich.
Dennis, how you doing?
Said hello, Bobby. Jonathan. Said if you can't pronounce the ingredients in your food/pizza, probably should not eat it.
Probably not.
John 123 Canada 42.
Oh,
Said hey
man.
Rogers. MT player
bless.
flag of South Africa. Said how many miles now on? Soul Dasher
About
Joey.
1,600.
Said just watched a police chase from LA and ended in a bad wreck and dude just calmly walked away.
Dang it.
Rachel Stein. Said handpick waving Bobby/Tasha cat orange whistling heading my way sweet safe drives to hear Bobby.
Rachel, how you doing?
John 123 Canada 42.
Jeez Louise,
Said hey
y'all.
Jonathan Dennis Brent.
Man,
Shelley
I've got to kick a
Archuleta.
freaking tire so
Said
bad.
yes. Kevin Towler.
So she
Said
said
hi,
right.
Roger Z.
Archuleta, right on.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hiya Dennis.
Alright, I'm going to put you guys on
Elevator
mute for
fan.
just a minute because I got to
Said
kick
hello
a tire.
everyone. John
Elevator fan,
123
how you
Canada
doing?
42.
God.
Said hey Rachel Elevator. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smile. Rick. Said hi Richard. WYOBT. Said less texting. More smacking life. Richard
Yeah,
Bishop.
how about it? Less
Said
text
hi,
and more
Geo
smacking the
79
line.
And Kevin Towler. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said wanders off till Meg catches up. Rick.
Man.
Said Lauren that would be cool if you could. Tom Gray. Said all things shall pass. Eventually,
I believe that. I believe it's getting close.
said hey at Richard Bishop and at John 123 Canada 42. Tom Kearney said just jump the cab. John 123 Canada 42 said hey Tom. Lauren Order said yeah it would Rick LOL. Brent Connor said who said I was stalking. Geo 79 said right here let it rip. Wampus Cat said or let it drip. Rogers said cover the mirrors. Deborah
Cover
Warner
the mirrors. Why?
said oh boy got to kick a tire okay I hope it all comes out LOL. Rick
Well, it didn't all come out.
said Lauren when is he dropping the load tomorrow or Sunday?
Lord have mercy.
Lauren
I
Order
can't get there that quick.
said I don't know Rick LOL.
I can't get there
Deborah
that quick.
Warner
We're 1,600
said
miles
you could
away.
blame that on one of my friends that comment
That's going to take a
LOL.
couple of days.
Wampus Cat said I don't think even Bobby can make it to Florida by Sunday. Rogers said
That's
if
all these
Wampus Cat
people
the
running.
flow is probably down. Tom Kearney said Brent Connor well not you personally get a clue though. Lauren Order said no sound. Rick
Sounds bad.
said Lauren when Meg is caught up ill last. Wampus Cat said operator muted. Tom Kearney said Brent Connor tried to put 2 and 2 together, son. Tom Gray said I don't know why Bobby doesn't pee in a jug like every other trucker.
I peed in the cup,
Rogers
man. I would.
said it Rick dropping load momentarily. Rick
I didn't go in.
said Lauren Bobby is kicking a tire. Jonathan said stopping for night, good night everyone. Soul
Alright, good
Dasher
night.
Jonah said come on out stupid stone.
I wished it
Deborah
felt like it
Warner
ripped, so
said if Susan is there she probably
That
will
time
never
it felt
smile
like
in
it
the face
actually
with
ripped.
3 hearts. WYOBT said because he's civilized. Sheesh. Juan Diego Santos said where we headed. LOL.
dang
Juan,
it, Juan.
you're done. Jonathan said I don't
he
think
said,
this is
he
it.
said,
I was
Juan,
joking.
you're done.
Richard Bishop said hello Tom Gray. Gary
That was
Watson
freaking good.
said I'm gonna guess Monday night at midnight. Rogers
Yeah, Monday night at
said
midnight.
relief was just a zipper away. Rick said at Rogers am not sure about that. Rick
I think.
said Ty Gary. Jonathan said DuPont type. Peter Scala said hi Bobby. Where in Florida will you be heading? Gary
McLinley.
Watson
McLinley.
said that's just a guess. Jonathan
I think that's the right guess.
said I am confused on our directions. I got turned around somewhere in stream.
Open your
Said-
eyes and stop turning
Said
circles.
yo ya all.
It's
Rick
me. How you doing?
said there's your answer Lauren. Richard Bishop
There's the answer,
said good
son.
afternoon Gary Watson and Jonathan.
Cottonwood Mobile Home
Jonathan
Park.
said okay, going east.
Yeah, we're going east.
Lauren Porter said okay so Monday-ish.
Monday
Gary
is.
Watson said hello at Richard Bishop. Rick said yes Lauren. Once
How many hours is
said the flux capacitor is broken on the truck.
1,675 miles? How many
said
hours is
Spanish
that?
Peaks Mountains.
God, I
Jonathan
dread going over that
said
mountain.
I think on left.
That was rough this
Jonathan
morning.
said Sombre de Cristo. Lauren Porter said not gonna meet Bobby at midnight at Rick. High altitudes said we saw this movie this morning LOL.
Heck
Jonathan
yeah.
said blood of Christ. Andy C said bratwurst and taters in the oven. Jonathan
Bratwurst and
said
potatoes.
white line fever con Senor Bobby. Rick said Bobby it was just a guess from me. I wasn't sure how far you have gone today. I've been at work all day. Sorry boss.
I just started, son.
James Lesser
43 minutes in.
said good evening.
Come on now.
On last break. 86 in Sioux Falls today, much colder tomorrow.
86
Let's see
in
how
Sioux
long it
Falls.
takes Meg to get this message LOL.
Well,
Jonathan
she just now put
said
it out. I
movie
don't
title.
know.
Josh C said 31 hours assuming 55 miles per hour.
31 hours. I've got
Jonathan
30 hours on my
said
clock.
86 in Sioux Falls. Nola Kremer said hi Bobby, what is the elevation where you are now? Brent Connor said I love
7,563
traveling.
feet.
I'm
No,
always
how you doing?
curious. Rick said Lauren, you
She
could
about to
meet
get
Bobby
caught
at
up.
midnight. You sleep all day LOL.
That's right.
Duck,
That's
duck,
right.
go fast. Said did we have some beans to help get over the mountain?
Oh, I was going to have some beanie weenies
Josh
and I
C
didn't.
said 25.5 then at 60 miles per hour. Shaquille Sheikh Said, hey Bobby.
Hannah, how you doing?
Landon Auguster. Said, hey everybody.
Landon, how you
Galliano
doing?
Ronald. Said, today's senior road trip.
Galliano, how
John
you
the
doing?
Beagle Dad. Said, set timers. Deborah Warner. Said, 179. Tom Gray.
179, let's go.
Said, are we there yet?
Dang
Rogers.
it, Tom. What's up?
Said, 25 hours to Gainesville.
25 hours to Gainesville?
Said, Bobby, when are you heading my way again? John Atkins.
It might be a while since
Said, my
I'm
Google Maps says the trip is
going
25
this way now.
hours. Jonathan. Said, Gainesville,
Might be a while,
Texas.
Shelley.
John 123, Canada 42. Said, yes, Meg, cut up. Josh C. Said, you'll shift 2 time zones also. 7:34 p.m. in EST right now.
Yep, we got
Landon
5:35 here.
Said 76 degrees in Atlanta. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said, Meg's a marathon runner of the mountain. Deborah Warner.
I need to figure out a way to
said, I had
speed
spaghetti
her
and
up.
meatballs, brownie, and drinks. John 123, Canada 42. Said, hey Shaquille. Jonathan. Said, Atlanta, Texas.
Atlanta,
Want this cat?
Texas.
Said, we are so not there, Tom Gray. Deborah Warner. Said, a while back I did the helicopter, but I guess she either didn't catch it or it went on mute for commercial. Oh well, I tried.
I didn't hear it.
Said, Bobby, are you on U.S. Highway 160, sir? James Ewing. Said, wake up, Meg,
I
LOL.
think so. 160,
Rick.
I think.
Said, I'm gonna sit in the corner for 10 minutes. High altitudes. Said, I'm
Coming
waiting
in
for
for
snow
10
tonight
minutes.
after
Dang it,
57
man.
degrees. Jonathan. Said, not too far from I-25. Shaquille Shake.
70 miles from
Said, happy
I-25.
Friday, everyone. Deborah Warner.
An hour.
Said, 185.
Maybe longer than an hour going over the mountain. We'll climb that mountain slow this time.
Said, I suppose you
Heck, we
could
climbed it
cross
slow
to
coming
Dalhart,
over.
Amarillo, or something like that, etc.
Yeah, Delhart's about as far as I'll be able to make
Said,
it
not too
tonight.
far from the Montana.
Maybe. I might be able to make it to
Said,
Delhart.
186 legs. WYOBT. Said, ask Kenwood. His chat reader is lightning fast. Rick. Said, at high altitudes we are getting 8 inches of snow with a lot of ice through Sunday. I hate winter. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said, Meg finally caught up. Party face. Jonathan. Said, Montana. Rogers. Said, Bobby, I just put playback speed to 50%. Meg sounds like she had a stroke. Richard Bishop. Said, hello there, Deborah Warner.
She had a
and
dang
James Ewing.
stroke, man.
D.I. Lasso D.O. Said, LOL Roger. High altitudes. Said, nice Rick. Josh C. Said, how many driving hours do you have left? You covered good distance this morning. Deborah Warner.
I might have
Said,
enough to
hi,
make it to
Richard and
Delhart.
James.
Maybe.
Jonathan.
Maybe
Said, this
might have
morning
enough
was
to make it down
5.8
there.
hours. Rick. Said, not nice.
But I might not have enough
Deborah
hours to make it to
Warner.
Delhart. I don't know.
Said, oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh, that was disgusting, whatever that was.
Rogers. Said, congratulations, Meg. Lauren Porter. Said she finally caught up.
She caught her butt up.
Said she caught up.
Hey, I tell you what, it's just as confusing for me when she gets real behind like that. It's hard for me to keep up
Want this
as it
cat?
is for y'all to keep up.
Said we don't need deer in the equation.
I don't know why, but my brain registers when she gets behind like that.
James
And it just,
Lesser. Said Northeast Winnipeg received a foot of snow. Their temp is 25 degrees, so 61 degree difference in 450 miles. LOL. Deborah Warner. Said what was disgusting. LOL.
whatever that was in the road.
Geo 79. Said not much NM runs yet, Bobby.
Not much New Mexico runs. Excuse me.
Lauren Porter. Said get ready for the heat, Bobby. We've been having temps in the 80s. LOL.
Oh, Lord.
Rick. Said me to Bobby, I just downed a beer in good now. LOL. Geo 79.
Oh, man. I don't.
Said yes. Jonathan.
And then, yeah.
Said NM equals nautical miles.
Nautical miles.
Deborah Warner. Said yucky, I guess I missed a good thing.
It was a greasy spot in the road. Might have been the bird I hit this morning. I don't know. 'Cause I think one this morning, hit one yesterday. I don't remember where I run over on that though.
Geo79 said roadkill.
Roadkill. Roadkill Cafe.
Rick said, so now that Meg won't ask you this question tomorrow, Bobby, how was today with your pain? Richard Bishop
Today's actually been pretty good
said,
with the
Bobby,
pain.
I think LA Beta Pass is around 9.000 feet, if I'm not mistaken.
The Beta
Deborah
Pass?
Warner said,
It's
I
like-
remember
it's
walking our light on a
9200-ish.
Trailblazer
92
on the
or
way
98.
home during the winter. That was a lot
Somewhere
of fun.
between
Or
92 and
roadkill.
98 is what it was this
Elevator
morning.
fan said, what state are we in? Said, straight line here.
Colorado,
Jonathan
man, Colorado.
Said, we are near San Luis Valley, Co. Bradley Palchik said, it looked like a smushed mule deer in the middle of the road. Geo79 said, Monte Vista, Co. Susan
Well,
S.
we're in
Orbison
Alamosa
said,
now.
hello, Deborah, smiling
just went
face
through
with
Alamosa.
3 hearts. Deborah Warner said, you sound a lot happier today than you did yesterday, which is good.
Yesterday, I was
Duck,
in
duck, go fast.
some pain yesterday.
Said, why are you hitting my relatives? Or it was their fault because they hit you.
They hit me, man.
Josh
I don't
C.
hit anything. It hits
Said,
me.
gorgeous
Always hits
view
me.
of the Sangre de Cristos. Rick
Well, no, I did hit
said,
that
good
toolbox.
to hear, Bobby, that's awesome for you. Solomon said, it was a Bigfoot. Nola Kremer
Bigfoot.
said, the pass is 9,413 feet ahead. Deborah Warner said, hello there, Susan, smiling face with 3 hearts. Josh C. said, he's about to pass the Great Sand Dunes. Carl Johnson said, good evening, Bobby and chat.
Carl, how you doing?
Brent Connor
Just a friendly
said, be careful,
reminder,
big severe
people,
weather threat
if you've
this
not got
week.
that thumbs up button yet,
Deborah
smash it, mash it,
Warner
punch it, kick it, lick it.
said, that's a yupper.
Do not care how
Carl
you do
Johnson
it. Stop smurfing
said,
on
I
it.
see you finally get to go to Florida. Jonathan said, UFO area near
It's the
Salina.
first time since,
Jonathan
I don't know, when was the last
said,
time
at
we
high
went to Florida?
altitudes.
Last
Deborah
summer.
Warner said, you know what, that's what happens. Something comes at you, you don't hit it, it hits you, it gets in your way.
That's right.
Lauren Order
I don't hit it, it
said,
hits
always
me.
glad when he goes to Florida, LMAO. Rick said, has anybody seen the other Josh? I hope he's okay.
He posted a video on YouTube yesterday.
Amber said, way to go, Misfits.
Boom,
Molly
you
Davis
guys and gals,
said, hey,
ladies
Deborah.
and gentlemen,
Landon
are
O'Buster
freaking
said, you click the bell,
awesome.
smash the like
Thank
button.
you. Thank you so
Ozzy
much for over
Baywatch
200 thumbs up.
Said, popcorn yellow
right
straight
here
smile,
at the
popcorn
Ride
yellow
Along
straight
Gang.
smile,
Really do
popcorn yellow
appreciate
straight
it.
smile.
Snatch some
Molly
salt from the
Davis
salted crew,
said,
butter
hi,
up that
Susan.
popcorn,
Deborah
enjoy
Warner
the rest
said, I
of the
did Bobby
ride.
always.
Now we do love
Mike
the Misfits
Lockhart
around here.
said, I really enjoy watching
How much
your
do we
videos.
love the Misfits?
Me.
Freaking
Said, are you taking
bunches.
Raton Pass?
Thank you,
Mike
Mike.
Henderson said, hey, hey, Bobby and everyone.
Hello, Mike.
Molly Davis
Mike and Mike.
said, Amber Jeetsy. Tom Gray
I think that's the only way out
said,
of
what's
here.
that UFO watchtower near Monte Vista?
Yeah.
WYOBT said, LOL, Bobby. Well, I did hit that toolbox. Elevator
Yeah, I
fan
did hit that.
said, I went to the Delphi Opera House in Delphi, Indiana, yesterday for my 5th YouTube anniversary. Easy said, morning me. Me said, morning easy. Rick said, Bobby, is he on vacation? I hope.
Who?
I-44 traveler said, how's this going?
I-44. How
Landon
you
O'Buster
doing?
said, 200
Josh.
likes.
He
Way to
posted a
go.
video on YouTube yesterday.
Amber
So I mean, he's
said,
okay.
Jeetsy Molly.
He's
Fungus
just might be taking a
111
break from
said, howdy.
live streams.
Deborah Warner
Did I say
said,
fungus?
204.
Howdy.
Mike Lockhart said, I try to watch them every day.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Jonathan said, beautiful area. Rick said, Josh.
Oh, I dread climbing this
Deborah
mountain.
Warner said, ouch. Rick said, okay, Bobby,
Or this
thanks.
pass, whatever.
Molly Davis said, hello, me. EZ said, hello, Amber. Me said, morning, Molly. Deborah Warner said,
Dang it, we hit
Said
200
Yo.
in
The
under
bearded Tuckford
an hour.
said fungus among us. Susan S.
Fungus
or
among us.
biscuit.
Among
Said, oh
us.
good Bobby, glad to hear that about Josh P.
Yeah.
I-44 traveler.
He puts videos
said,
up on his
doing pretty
channel.
Good. Amber.
He posts his
Said,
videos.
hi easy.
He posted one yesterday.
Said,
So
this is a steep grade pass.
yeah, it was rough.
Deborah
It was rough
Warner.
today, so I hate.
Said, you can do it, Bobby. You can do it. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, she got it.
Amber.
Look at
Said
that,
Rick.
Rick gifted that a membership. Thank you. That
Said, this would be an awesome trip.
is awesome.
Said, Bobby, put that in the bank for the next troll.
There you
Wampus
go.
cat.
There you go.
Said, Redneck Hero would make a great foreigner song. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said, nice Rick.
Biscuit, how you doing?
Said, good show, Rick. Flip Flop Trucker.
Flip flop.
Said, party time, party pants.
Party time. How's it
D.I. Lasso
going, man?
D.O. Said, cats. Molly Davis. Said, how are you, Susan? Deborah Warner. Said, ding, 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 ding. D.I. Lasso
God, we
D.O.
gotta cross that thing,
Said
man.
he's a redneck hero with stars in his eyes. Buddy Reed.
Redneck hero stars
Said
in his eyes.
Jukebox Hero was
Dang
a good
it, man.
song. Easy. Said, hi, Biscuit. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said, howdy, Molly. Deborah Warner. Said, hi, Molly, how are you doing, sweetheart? Smiling face with 3 hearts. High altitudes. Said, Bish Kit face blue smiling. Amber. Said, flip. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said, hey, easy.
Alright, we're sitting at 7,735 feet in
Davis.
altitude right now.
Said, doing good, Deborah. Flip Flop Trucker. Said, traffic isn't fun.
Yeah, we ain't no traffic out here, man. This is dead traffic.
Buddy Reed. Said, hello, Amber.
We got
Richard
a
Bishop.
stupid Forerunner
Said,
out
Bobby,
here in
have
front
you
of
ever
us.
driven over Rabbit Ears Pass in Colorado on US Highway 40?
Rabbit
Lori
Ears
G.
Pass? I don't know,
Said,
maybe.
hi, Molly.
I drove over one
Molly
that was
Davis.
huge, man.
Said, hey, Flip Flop. Rick. Said, Bobby, I see snow at the top. You have chains, right? I ain't pushing that dang truck over the top.
Y'all are going to help me push,
Amber.
man. We're not putting
Said,
chains on the
Jeezy
wheels. We are not
Lori
going to
G.
do it.
Said, hi, Rick. Ozzy Baywatch. Said, you're higher than Australia. Deborah
Dang it.
Warner. Said, wee wee.
We're on top of
Molly
Australia right
Davis.
now.
Said, hi, Lori. Rick. Said, Bobby, you ain't right. Lori G.
Who, me?
Said, hi,
Not
Deborah.
right.
Hard hands.
Seriously?
Deborah Warner. Said, oh,
I'm
gee,
righter
it's
than I
supposed
used to be. I am. I'm righter,
High
more right.
altitudes.
I'm righter than I
Said,
used
no
to be.
chain laws in effect. Wampus cat. Said, we're always higher than Australia. Australia is like so down there. Molly Davis.
It's so far
Said,
down
hi,
south. The south is
Susan
cold,
S. or
man.
Biscuit.
Or it's so far
Said,
down
Molly,
there. The
good
south
here,
is
thanks.
cold.
How are you doing? Richard Bishop. Said, Rabbit Ears is around 9.500 feet, I believe.
Dang it, man.
Molly Davis.
I don't know. I've been
Said, doing
a
good,
bunch of different
Susan.
places. I don't know
Rick.
for sure.
Said,
or
last
in
I knew I
particular.
was off the clock, Bobby.
Off the clock.
I-44 traveler.
Off what clock?
Said, I stopped at that underground rest stop in Texas this week. Lori G.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Said, hi, Richard. Jeetsy. Ozzy Baywatch. Said, hi, Molly.
Blanca,
Molly Davis.
Colorado.
Said, hey, Richard. Norm Whitehouse. Said, been watching for 50 minutes. Haven't been able to say, hey, everybody, wouldn't shut the fluff up. Susan S. or Biscuit.
Dang it, Norm. How you
Said, awesome,
doing?
Molly. Tom Gray. Said, this is going to be more dangerous than Kilimanjaro.
Took 50 minutes
Rick.
to get a word in
Said,
edgewise.
your clock, LOL.
My
D.I.
clock?
Lasso D.O.
Yeah, my clocks were
Said,
running.
LOL, Norm. Claude
I was able to
Hendricks.
time it out for a minute.
Said,
But
hello, Bobby.
Claude, how you doing?
Easy. Said, how ya do, Lori G. Lori G.
Jeez, I tell you what,
Said,
man,
hey,
this
easy.
seatbelt's killing me.
Wampus cat. Said, ooh, from foreigner to Toto. Rag plays all the hits. Buddy Reed. Said, hello, Norm. Just jump in there, it will eventually be red. Deborah Warner. Said, hi, easy. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smiling Norm hi. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said cats.
Look at that right there on the right-hand side, that train car, how they've got it fixed up. I've never noticed that before.
Winding road Wampus.
It looks like a dang tank, kinda.
Swamp
What kind of car? What kind of car is
Said
that?
how much altitude is the pass?
It's up there,
Wampus
man.
cat. Said and the Beatles. Amber. Said El King for 60.7K in Ragtown.
Let's go. 60.7. We got 60,658 as of in between streams today.
Rick. Said Norm I had to down a beer just to be able to understand this chat room tonight must be a full moon.
Dang it.
Claude Hendricks. Said put a swimming pool float on Seafield. Wampus cat. Said about 9,400 feet I think.
Yeah.
Aussie Baywatch.
It's about 94.
Said Australia flooding here big wet.
Dang it,
1/3
man.
of Queensland underwater.
Third of
Mostly
Queensland?
the desert. Deborah Warner.
We had two
Said
black
Wildly.
bears sitting over there in the parking
Lori
lot,
G.
man.
Said hi me. Me. Said morning Lori.
That was fully disguised, too.
Said up.
7798, 7,800 feet in altitude right now. 7,800. Dang it.
Rick. Said Lori hi.
I'm so freaking
Richard
scared.
Bishop. Said well hello Lori G. Bobby has been maintaining the law pending your arrival.
Dang it, man.
High altitudes. Said Bobby, that forerunner is losing you. I don't think he's the slow one. Deborah Warner.
He was the slow one. I
Said
just
hi
let off
man,
of
Lori
it.
smiling face with 3 hearts, smiling face with 3 hearts.
Just let off
Wampus
of it,
cat.
man.
Said that'll flush out all those snakes Aussie. Yeehaw. Me. Said morning Deborah.
Let's go. Oh man, them bears is wanting an autograph. They're up behind me right now with their lights on.
Rick. Said okay folks, put your pushing shoes on, I ain't doing this alone. Chad Dirkewitz. Said is that the Rockies up there? Susan S. or Biscuit.
I don't know.
Said face orange raised eyebrow.
Is it the Rockies?
Norm Whitehouse. Said last time I seen a full moon was from a school bus little kid that was just rude. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said sorry Rick, I'm supervising. Deborah Warner. Said okay Bobby you got me twice LOL I just had to peel myself off the ceiling again.
Dang it. I'll be dang.
Me. Said am busy mooning vehicles behind us. Foster app. Said pretty scenery there Bobby.
Pretty
Rick.
nice. How you doing, Foster?
Said Raptor did I do something wrong? Susan S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smiling Norm. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said you to me. Edward Seifert. Said did we boom? High altitudes.
Yeah, for 200. Yeah.
Said Sangre de Cristo Mountains. Lori G. Said hey Foster app.
Did you say Crisco
GC.
Mountains?
Me. Said face blue smiling Raptor. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said BMP rap. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said LOL Rick, nah, I'm just saying I'm not pushing, I'm supervising. Aussie Baywatch. Said Cat. They had baby crocs in the car park at Townsville.
Dang.
Foster app.
Baby Crocs.
Said likewise at Lori G. High altitudes. Said I did not say Crisco. Rick. Said oh LMAO, I get it Raptor.
That's what it sounded like you
Foster
said.
app. Said hi there Biscuit. Lori G.
It's the
Said
Crisco
Richard
Mountains.
that's good. Nola Kremer. Said Fort Garland, Colorado.
Fort
Wampus
Garland.
cat. Said guess they were gonna eat the tire recaps. What noble animal citizens. High altitudes. Said Christo. D.I. Lasso D.O.
Christo.
Said hey Foster. Josie Kraus. Said Debra, you need to lower the ceiling so it's a shorter trip. Duck duck go fast. Said mountains made of Crisco might be even harder to get over.
They
Rick.
might, man, they might.
Said I was headed for the corner again, dang it man. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said Josie. Lauren order.
There's a wiener
Said
dog.
duck duck quack quack.
I think it's a wiener
Foster
dog.
app. Said howdy at Velociraptor.
Granny Annie's. Huh. That's catchy. Let's go down to Granny Annie's.
High altitudes. Said Fort Garland, the town time forgot. Jonathan.
For real.
Said trivia, what country music video was filmed in Trinidad, Co and this area in general.
Huh.
Jonathan. Said at high altitudes.
Look at that high altitude convenience.
Lori G.
Interesting.
Said howdy high altitudes. Josie Kraus. Said hi Raptor. Semi Ernie. Said Bobby hey bud, I am home and having a few wobbly pops.
So Marnie, how you doing?
Jonathan. Said song from 1995. Dennis McCanich. Said hi Josie.
Having some wobbly
High
pops. Must be
altitudes.
doing pretty good.
Said country music, you got me, not on my agenda. Deborah Warner. Said hi duck duck quack 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 quack. Rick.
Quackity
Said
quack.
how high is these mountains?
They're pretty high,
Josie
man. They're pretty
Krause.
high.
Said hi Dennis. Lori G.
We're sitting at 7,900 right
Dennis.
now.
Me. Said Mike Ernie. Me. Said morning Ernie. Tom Gray. Said I wonder if high altitude affects the kidney stone.
As far as the pressure, it does a little bit. It did this morning a little
Aaron
bit.
Damon 81 Gonzalez. Said good afternoon Bobby and gang.
Aaron, how you doing?
Lori G. Said hi Tom. Molly Davis. Said hi Dennis.
Like the pressure for wanting
Dennis
to push the pee
McCanich.
out.
Said hi Lori. Tom Gray. Said hi Lori. Molly Davis. Said hi Ernie. High altitudes. Said Margie. Split any wigs today. Nola Kremer. Said can't imagine living at 8,000 feet in the middle of winter. Dennis McCanich.
No.
Said hi Molly. Jonathan. Said video shots around Trinidad. Sangre de Cristo ends. Deborah Warner. Said wow 7,900. James Simmons.
It's well,
Said thumbs up to you.
getting ready to be
Richard
8,000.
Bishop. Said hi Molly Davis Kangaroo. Foster App. Said hi there to Biscuit. Hank. Said speaking of wiener dogs, I had one growing up, he was all black and brown spots. Screech Bronny 29. Said hello again Bobby.
Screech, how you
Me.
doing?
Said I've been on this road in middle of winter Noma.
8,000
Rick.
feet in altitude.
Said we will know soon if Bobby whips the truck over and locks the brakes up. Steve Knapp.
I had two this morning.
Said hello again Bobby. Rockin'
Steve, how you
and
doing?
Swaddin. Said hey y'all and Bobby.
Rockin', how you
Deborah
doing?
Warner. Said my mom couldn't handle it very well because they lived in Fort Collins light air. Duck duck go fast.
Oh, let's see disco
Said
lights.
it gets cold in the San Luis Valley. It is like Roach Motel. The cold gets in and can't get out. Nor White House. Said I've had a bad week after losing a friend and a funeral started on the crown. Not responsible for what I might say from here on out.
Dang it, man.
Molly Davis. Said hello duck duck. Rockin' and Slottin'. Said crossing my fingers you miss the crazy weather east of you this windy. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hi a screech. Ism. Said on top of the world. Wonka's cat. Said our last whiner dog was a schizophrenic that was most interesting. Deborah Warner. Said wow we. Carl Johnson.
Interesting.
Said Bobby did you get anything to eat to replace the red hot dog you had for breakfast?
I ate a snack earlier.
Said when you live in country like this, snow is not a problem, you are used to it. Steve Knapp. Said hello Everone. Deborah Warner. Said, have you thought only going down the mountain? Just don't do the uphill side.
I know, right?
Metallica.
That would be so awesome.
Said, hi gang, it's 11:58 p.m. here in the UK.
11 p.m. in
Molly
the UK.
Davis. Said, I'm sorry to hear that noise.
No, it's midnight in the UK now.
Said, they love to pull people over, don't they? Want this cat?
Yeah, they do.
Said, chain up zone. Rockin' and slottin'. Said, poison ivy faster pussycat sang it. High altitudes. Said, snow is a problem. My first year in Colorado, we got 550 inches of snow starting in September to May.
Good Lord.
Jonathan. Said, now there is a place for streetlights. Truckers can put on chains before climb. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said, hiya rockin'. Norm Whitehouse. Said, thanks. G. Said, hello Bobby, I hope all is well with you on this trip. Here is my thumbs up button hit for you.
Thank you, Gene.
Tom
Thank
Purdy.
you.
Said, you could grow root vegetables here. Want this cat? Said, or parsnips. Jonathan. Said, watch the movie The Shining to find out how problematic snow can be. Deborah Warner. Said, wow. G. Said, what if you in front of Bobby? Looks like he could drive right through the mountain at times. G. Said, what a view.
It's a nice view. It is a nice one.
WYOBT. Said, Anna Jeetsy. Rockin' and slottin'. Said, Upper Michigan has had over 300 inches of snow. Still snowing off and on. Duck duck go fast. Said, they grow lots of taters in the San Luis Valley. Jonathan. Said, The Shining with Jack Nicholson. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said, hey Gene. Nola Kremer. Said, good to drive this in the daytime. Jonathan.
8350.
Said, St. Louis Valley. Molly Davis.
Oh, there's some
Said,
deer.
hey, Gene Jeetsy.
Check it out. There's some
Lori
deer.
G. Said, hi. Deborah Warner. Said, I have the movie
Man.
myself. Jamie Sheets.
Did y'all see that?
Said, have
Oh,
a
one
good
hit
rest
me.
of your evening, Bobby, and safe travels. I'll tune in tomorrow.
I scared the crap out of that one. Bless his little heart.
Gene. Said, hello, Susan S. or Biscuit. Anna Metallica. Said, yells, we're going to Florida. Jonathan. Said, wow. Gary Watson.
That was up close and
Said,
personal.
the coasters equals poison ivy. Jonathan.
Did you see that, Gary?
Said, dear. Gene. Said, hello, Lori G. Lori G. Said, hey, Anna. Tom Purdy. Said, applause, make it a clip. Rick.
Making a
Said,
clip.
saw it. Me.
If y'all didn't see
Said,
that,
was
it's,
close. Buddy Reed. Said, good eyes. Hank.
I seen them coming.
Said, if he hit that truck, he probably broke his horns. Steve Knapp. Said, one slowed down to SEEF.
Did you see
Susan
that?
S. or Biscuit.
Scared him when I
Said,
blew the
how
horn.
Jeet C. Google account. Said, wow.
Google account.
Norm
Thank you, Dad.
Whitehouse. Said, later Jamie. Google account. Said, yes, close. Anna Metallica. Said, is the deer okay, pleading face?
Wait, it made,
Patricia.
did you not see it
Said,
make it
that
across
was
the
nice.
highway?
Hello, Bobby.
Patricia, how you
Deborah
doing?
Warner. Said, yes, I saw it. I saw it on the big TV.
His
board
heart's
things,
probably
but you
still
didn't want
racing.
to hear them, and you didn't want him to hit you, LOL. Duck, duck, go fast. Said, those deer were not even green. Must be special mountain deer, and not the farm kind of deer.
They was fuzzy.
Said, in the state where Bobby is, sometimes the road looks like it is going to drive up to a full moon or go straight through a mountain. High altitudes. Said, when we get that much snow, we look forward to whitewater rafting on the Arkansas River, where the flow
Whitewater
can be 5
rafting.
to 6,000 cubic feet per second.
Dang it.
Me. Said, morning Anna. Nola Kremer. Said, wow, that was close. Carl Johnson. Said, if you get a deer, do you have room in the reefer to keep it? LOL.
There.
Anna
I mean, there's
Metallica.
room back there, but it's
Said me.
sealed, so.
Jonathan. Said, reefer madness. Gene. Said, the roads look. Bullet Brad. Said, that could have been another smushed mule deer.
Yeah, it could have been.
Deborah Warner. Said, good thing I saw it before the commercial on my television. Duck, duck, go fast. Said I, those were moose. Not deer. Molly Davis. Said, saw it, I'm glad they were able to get out of the way. Google account. said Bobby. What is that woman's voice constantly talking? Rick,
It's
said Bobby. Does your tranny heat up climbing like this? Deborah Warner,
Of course it heats
said
up.
poor babies. EC, said yo Anna M,
It's y'all
Buddy
talking
Reed.
Google account.
said those deer
It's
have
y'all's
night
comments.
blindness, so they cross during the day. Norm Whitehouse, said that deer is going to have to clean his buckskin. Anna Metallica, said I did see it, but didn't know that one was right up to the truck, lol. Nola Kremer, said alert driving on your part, Bobby. Lauren Order, said wonders why Anna is so excited for him to go to Florida. Jonathan, said it's okay to hit them, since they are moose, not deer. Lori G, said hey Norm. MacDaddy, said I have arrived, the great MacDaddy is here.
Mac Daddy.
Josie Krause, said was a clear view of the 3 deer.
Yeah, it was.
Susan S. or Biscuit.
You could probably see into that one's eyes. I could.
Deborah Warner, said now you know I didn't use the other name, lol. I said poor
seen
babies,
him
and that
jerk
was the deers.
when I laid down on the
Lori
horn. I
G.
seen his body
Said
jerk.
hi Josie. Rockin' and Slottin, said at least you can reverse the live to see him. Gary Watson, said mule deer.
Mule
The real
deer.
V, said see what mean. Locals will tell you get behind a truck going out lol. Tom Kearney, said any drama and the feed goes to a commercial lol.
Dang it.
Norm Whitehouse,
YouTube's
said hey
got
Lori
that
Biscuit.
timed
High
out.
altitudes, said if you hit a deer in Colorado you can keep it if it's an edible shape. Josie Krause, said hi Lori. Swamp Ghost, said deer said we bout got run over with a popcorn truck. Duck duck go fast,
A popcorn truck.
said wait until we get to Florida and we have gators crossing the road. Rick, said Bobby I worded that wrong, I meant do you need to watch to make sure it doesn't overheat. Norm Whitehouse,
Not Jen. I mean,
said
yeah.
no longer a white tail. Gary Watson,
You need to
said good
watch
thing
your
it wasn't
gauges
dark
to make sure
cause you
the
had backed off well before you got
truck
to them.
don't overheat.
Deborah
But
Warner, said so he had to peel himself off of the clouds, right lol.
yeah, he
Gee.
did. He had to peel himself.
Said Bobby, are you driving to North or Middle Flaw ASD year? I recall you going to both those parts of Flaw.
North,
ASM,
it's North Florida.
said be back later gang. Lori G,
It's me.
said,
Appreciate
hi,
stopping
Gary.
in and hanging out. Catch you
Lauren
next time,
Order.
Marie.
said gators also go through the drive-through here in Florida LMAO. Gary Watson, said hi and Lori G. Lauren Order, said no.
No. Yes. Maybe. Battery's running down quick today. This time, it's at 85% for some reason or another. It done extra
Said
good this
always.
morning.
Susan S. or Biscuit, said hi and Gary. Deborah Warner, said 232 really Bobby lol. Rockin' and Slottin, said lots of buzzy. Lauren Order,
Lots of what?
said well then shut everyone off. Rick,
Huh.
said sometimes. Gary Watson, said hi and Susan S. or Biscuit.
160 east. 8450 altitude.
Deborah Warner, said I like that answer Rick sometimes. Rockin' and Slottin, said got a buzz / vibration. It stopped.
Yeah.
Rockin'
You
and
should have heard it
Slottin,
about a month
said
ago.
back again.
My steering column.
Said strangely sometimes chat lady will sometimes pass over me and then go back to my post. I'm glad she goes back to my post. D.I. Lasso D.O. said it's an a-hole convention at the gas station. Norm Whitehouse
Dang it, man.
said Law and Order, did you ever get with the guy that wanted to get married for green card? Gary Watson Said I said that, but not that way, Meg. Rockin' and slottin'. Said Eugene, it skips me too, LOL. Gene. Said LOL. Lauren Order. Said LMAO, no Norm, that wasn't me. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smiling P-Rap.
8570.
Buddy Reed. Said it's a fan and not going away.
Oh, the fan? Yeah, no, it's not going away. I got to have that fan to keep it cool. Keep the phone cool.
Gene. Said hello, rocking and slotting. Tom Gray. Said the Yard Buzzards freight riders came across a bug split in half from a freight train.
A bug split in half. Dang it.
Deborah Warner. Said, oh wow, look at the mountain view, awesome. Lori G. Said, hi, rockin'.
8,700 feet.
Said, are lot lizards still a thing?
Oh, we don't talk about that here. Come on, rockin'.
Said Lauren, we told him you would marry him so he could come to the USAP. Duck, duck, go fast. Said, does that fan wear a foam finger? Deborah Warner.
Foam finger?
Said, I was walking through the lobby and somebody thought I was watching somebody's airplane because that's what it sounded like in your truck, LOL. Gene. Said, it just did it. Wesley Carr. Said, good evening, Bobby, safe travels.
Wesley
Norm
Hayden.
Whitehouse. Said, law and order, sometime you have to take one for the team. Lauren Order. Said, you guys got a story I told mixed up, LMAO. Rockin' and slottin'. Said, I always wondered, but it's all good. Andy C. Said, we are in the nosebleed section of the mountains.
Yeah, we are. But we're getting there anyway. 8,840 feet right now.
Jonathan. Said, engine brake city.
No, he's engine brakes going uphill.
Jonathan. Said, city limits. Wesley Carr. Said, I'm fine, thank you. Did you pass your kidney stones yet?
Not yet.
Lauren Order. Said, I said I knew a military dude that married a woman just so she could get into the U.S. Gene. Said, how pretty the scenery looks now. Bobby is so right. Me. Said, almost there. Tom Kearney.
We're getting
said
closer.
9,000 feet is pretty high for a plateau. Norm Whitehouse. Said Biscuit said no, so you were next. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said, hey, Andy. Deborah Warner. Said, well, we're. Andy C. Said, howdy, Susan Biscuit.
Feet right here. Nearly to the top,
Susan
man.
S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smiling, yep, I was a hard no for that Semrio.
Nope.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said scenario. Jonathan. Said at Wesley Carr Kidney Stone Pass. Deborah Warner.
No, kidney stone
Said
hadn't
hey.
passed.
Norm Whitehouse. Said keep brakes on so you don't roll back down.
Heck yeah. Kidney stone is not passed.
Deborah Warner.
One or the other.
Said I thought that last word looked funny while we. Gene. Said still some snow in those mountains, that looks like. Andy C. said howdy Lori G. Jonathan said CW McCall, Weird Al Yankovic song parody. Wesley Carr said how's that automatic transmission doing going up that long grade, is it getting hot?
It's doing pretty good.
Susan S. or Biscuit said face blue smiling Tom G. Hey you. Molly Davis said howdy Andy. Andy C. said howdy Molly. Jean said Bobby, I'm sorry you're going through what you're going through. Medically, I forgot you had said it flares up every once in a while. D.I. Lasso D.O. said I me. Buddy Reed said, and suddenly the memory clears. Lauren Order said sup Prism. Prism Blue said hi Molly Jeetsy.
9,147 feet.
Said hip Prism. Susan S. or Biscuit said Buddy. Prism Blue said nice view.
Let's go. Let's get this
Susan
truck
S.
rolling.
Biscuit said hiya Alice. Molly Davis said hey Alice.
Slow boogie.
Susan S. or Biscuit said face orange raised eyebrow. Norm Whitehouse said Crown is doing its job so well, forgot what I was doing to say.
Dang it.
Rockin' and Slottin said way station.
Nah.
Carl Johnson
Kicking a tire.
said put the pedal to the metal.
It is.
Alice Usher said hi Susan. Nola Kremer said 250 feet to climb to the top.
200?
Jonathan
Nah, it's about 400.
said street lights
300.
to take chains off and on. Deborah
3 or
Warner
400.
said I do feel like that deer when he jumped LOL, but my heart is not beating as fast as that poor little deer LOL.
Yeah, I bet his
Alice
heart was
Usher
racing.
said hi Molly. Prism Blue said hey Lori Jeetsy hi. Deborah Warner said hi Alice. Tom Gray said I think we can.
I think we're climbing better back over it than we did coming over it this morning. I don't know. I guess it's steeper on the other side. Maybe. We was climbing slow this morning. I mean, which we're just doing 41 now, but that's where my dad stopped.
MRSRLT 78
SRLT
said do we get to see the stone when it passes? I feel like we are friends. Carl Johnson said the little camera.
It depends on the size of it.
Rick said the view is awesome on full screen.
If it's a little bitty
Alice
tiny
Usher
microdot, then
said hi Deborah.
maybe. I don't know.
Susan S. or Biscuit said hi MRSRLT.
I showed one of them on a live stream.
Said it is steeper. Deborah Warner
Steeper on this
said
side?
yepper we think we can smiling face with 3 hearts smiling face with 3 hearts when we say that.
Or steeper on the other side.
Going up the hill LOL that can make it. Duck duck go fast. Said you had more elevation difference coming up the mountain from the plains.
Okay, gotcha,
Prism
gotcha.
Blue. Said hi Amber. I Lasso D.O. Said it was a big gun.
Yeah, I showed one of them on the live stream.
Prism Blue. Said nice view. Rockin' and Slottin. Said half a missus. I bought my brother a official member of the No Appendix Club shirt. Gonna give it to him for his B-Day at Easter.
Dang it.
Gary Watson. Said LOL my last one had fins.
Had what?
Easy.
Fins?
Said east side is steeper. I Lasso D.O. Said I remember Bobby. Prism Blue. Said far away from my place. Lauren Order. Said dang it I'm getting overheated again. Lauren Order. Said dang fan isn't working. Amber. Said hello Prism. MRSRLT78. Said hi Susan. Molly Davis.
94.43. It was 94.47,
Deborah Warner.
I
Said
think.
hello there Prism.
So 94 at the top.
Said hey Amber. Did Lauren check out? Gary Watson. Said like a catfish. I Lasso
Like a
D.O.
catfish.
Said go outside Lauren. Prism Blue. Said hi Deborah Jeetsy. Norm Whitehouse. Said law quit thinking about the green card.
Quit thinking about the green card.
Eric. Said I just stopped in to say hello to you, Bobby.
Eric,
Got
can't
to
you
make
do?
something to eat and go to bed. I started putting in 10-hour days 6 days a week now with putting in dogs and lawn care work beginning now.
10 for on that.
Amber. Said Molly I'm well tied for asking.
Stay hydrated, man. Stay
Prism
hydrated.
Blue. Said this is a great view. Swamp Ghost. Said what was temperature at top? Amber.
It's 56 right
Said
now.
Lori. Deborah Warner. Said oh my goodness look at those turns and how you can look straight down LOL smiling face with 3 hearts smiling face with 3 hearts. Molly Davis. Said Amber I'm doing great thank you for asking. Prism Blue. Said LOL Amber. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said beautiful view. Prism Blue.
P
Said no.
E
Stop.
A. Beautiful.
Said Bobby thank you.
You are welcome.
Amber. Said very beautiful view.
Indeed it is. We're cruising about 45 miles an hour
Edward
down through here.
Said glad we have Starlink for sure.
Yeah,
JR.
I used to not be
Said
able to
good
pick
evening.
this up through here.
Soul Dasher Joni.
JR, how you
Said
doing?
what highway is this?
160. Yeah, I used to not be able to get a signal through here when we run it on cell service. This is just the second or third time I've been here.
Said anything prettier than
With
this
Starlink.
looking in a mirror. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said so true Edward. Rick. Said Bobby if not for you I'd never see this. Prism Blue. Said geez. Nice.
If not for
Susan S.
Starlink,
or
you wouldn't
Biscuit.
see it.
Said hiya JR.
Starlink really
Noah
brought it to
Kremer.
it.
Said hello, I'm Bobby and I'll be your tour guide today.
10, 4, 10. What? Wait a minute. Took me for a loop there.
Deborah Warner. Said it is very beautiful view. JR. Said hi Susan.
There was a sign at the place I picked up today. It said, if you're going to weigh your load, do not drive all the way to Wallensburg. I was like,
Deborah
man,
Warner.
surely somebody
Said it
wouldn't drive
keeps
that
coming
far.
up with Junior.
But I guess somebody would. Some people would maybe.
Pirates fan. Said hi, ride along, gang, snow on the mountains, nice.
Ruth Ann, how you doing?
Deborah Warner. Said hi, IR. Chris Wyatt. Said stunning view. Pirates fan. Said hi, Susan S.
It's nice out here.
Hank. Said the words are starting to wear off, that's odd.
The what is?
Said hope everyone is doing well today. Deborah Warner.
Man, my ears are
Said
popping like crazy, man.
Rockin' and Slottin. Said Vince Loyalty Storm Chaser. Did the trails in Colorado last YR with his Explorer Starlink worked remarkable well.
Yeah, Starlink does good.
Biscuit. Said hey hey Ruth Ann. Pirates fan. Said hi Amber. Deborah Warner. Said now I got it right. Rick. Said is this the top? JR.
We're done.
Said Deborah hi and I am not junior.
We passed the top a few minutes back, or a few miles
Friedrich
back.
Mueller.
A little bit back.
Said you ever get those kids who do those honking signals with their arm to try to get you to honk your horn?
Oh yeah.
Is it annoying?
No.
Amber.
I give them the
Said
honk.
GT fan. Tom Kearney.
It's not annoying at
Said
all.
pretty easy to drive off the ledge. The fence is just a suggestion.
It's just a suggestion, yeah.
Hank. Said the words on my shirt is starting to wear off.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Never would have known that if you not explained it to me. I was confused when you said that.
JR. Said hi Bear.
God, what a
Rick.
house, man. That thing is
Said
huge.
okay, thank you, Bobby.
That house was massive down there.
Hank. Said that's what I was talking about. Amber. Said hello, JR. Deborah Warner. Said sorry about that, I know it. When I go in the animation, that's what happens. I have to type it out, JR. Friedrich Mueller. Said wow, wherever you are is beautiful. Jonathan.
La Vida,
Said
Colorado.
know the song Gray de Cristo ends to the right.
La Vida,
Deborah Warner.
Colorado.
Said so what I have to do is type your letters out. Jonathan. Said not the ends earlier, we already passed. Soul Dasher Joni. Said if anyone tells you to take Route 550 in Colorado, don't do IT. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said face fuchsia tongue out.
Don't do 550 in Colorado? Oh, is that through Mexican
JR.
hat? No.
Said Deborah,
That's
those
too
are my
far.
initials. J is for Jim. Deborah Warner. Said I'll tell you I have trouble trying to talk and say the right word. Sorry guys. Friedrich Mueller. Said I can't wait to finish school and travel the country at 25 miles per hour. Looks amazing. Lord White House. Said plug your nose and sneeze. Stone will be a cannonball.
Dang it. Knock somebody's eye out with it.
Prism Blue. Said Bobby, this is a crisp and clear view. Drew Locker smiling pile of poo eye. Said hi.
Hello, Pooh Eye.
Deborah Warner.
Shout out to the Pooh
My
Eye.
younger son is named Jim. Said beautiful. Lauren Warner.
Beautiful.
Said does the chicken dance? Edward Seifert. Said how far to Walsenburg? Richard Bishop.
About 19 miles.
Said Susan S. Alert, the Starbucks manager, just kicked a bum out for attempted panhandling. He tried to get smart and the manager said meeting
maybe
his son's
16.
done. Molly Davis. Said hey Drew. Carl Johnson. Said hi Pooh Eye. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said howdy Pooh Eye. Drew Locker smiling pile of Pooh Eye. Said Watusi-roll. JR. Said hi Lauren.
Did Pooh Eye Watusi roll right out the window off the side of the mountain?
Colorado is the $1 million
Dang.
highway. You do not want to drive it. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smiling Richard. Rick M. Said US 550 is over Red Mountain Pass at Silverton. Not for anything over a four-wheeler. Deborah Warner. Said hi cool eye. Norm Whitehouse. Said Drew is here there went the neighborhood.
Dang it, man.
Drew longer smiling pile of cool eye.
Get the leash out.
Said can you please honk?
I just did, Drew.
Carl Johnson. Said Drew, you have a long way to roll down the mountain.
Always so needy. Why?
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said wow Drew wastes no time vandalizing the truck.
We went from 9,400 feet down to 7,500 feet.
Drew
where we're
longer
at right
smiling
now.
pile of cool eye. Said I am back in the truck. Deborah Warner. Said okay Corey, how many windows are you going to break LOL?
He only gets to break one, that's it. One per day. Or one per stream.
Andy C. Said Drew Puai is collecting dust bunnies by doing the butt scooted boogie down the dirt road. Rick M. Said we need Jerry Reed eastbound and down.
In a truck, loaded up and trucking. Why did you kick to neutral for? We're going uphill, truck.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smiling Andy. Soul Dasher Joni. Said went on it with my family when I was a kid. I have never been back.
Dang it.
Prism Blue. Said Susan hope your week is going well.
Just a friendly reminder for all the non-thumbers out there. If you've not got that thumbs up button yet, smash it, bash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. We do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it. Goodness gracious, what a reminder.
MT player flag of South Africa.
What up, playa?
Said speed limit. Drew Walker
65.
smiling pile of cool eye.
65
Said
miles per
watch
hour.
roll Andy C.
You're not big enough to watch Tootsie Roll to
Susan
anybody
S.
out the
or
window,
Biscuit.
Drew, so stop.
Said good week here. Thanks Prism. Hope yours is good too.
You're not big enough to watch Tootsie Roll anybody. Not even Meatball.
JR. Said I keep getting texts that I owe for as did toll. There is no tolls in Arizona's fan case.
No
Martin
tolls in
Trejo.
Arizona.
Said good evening Mr. Bobby.
Good evening, Mark.
Andy
How
C.
you doing?
Said I'm immune to the Watusi. Viper Simulations and Gaming. Said good evening everyone.
Viper Simulation.
D.I.
How you
Lasso
doing?
D.O. Said face orange raised eyebrow. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smiling Andy. Prism blue. Said Susan. I'm doing laundry right now. Fun huh? Rockin' and slottin'. Said 259 thumbs so far. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hey Viper. Deborah Warner. Said yeah, who's going to drive the truck if that happens to Bobby smiling face with 3 hearts smiling face with 3 hearts. Hank. Said you have the weekend off now. Martin Trejo.
Hoodoo.
Said what highway are you in Mr. Driver number 1? Mark Skelton.
160, Mark.
Said Bobby that was a fast unload and load.
It was pretty
Rockin'
quick
and slottin'.
for an unload and
Said
reload.
smash that thumbs.
It's pretty quick.
Rick. Said I wanted him try LOL. Drew Locker smiling pile of cool eye. Said Bobby are you a cop? Edward Seifert. Said how far are you going today? D.I. Lasso D.O.
I'm not sure yet.
Said I thought as had tolls in Northern as. Around Grand Canyon. Friedrich
I
Mueller.
don't think so.
Said don't need to
Maybe,
downshift
but-
too much when you only go up to 5th gear. I'll smash that thumbs up button. As long as it ain't no shifting lever.
Dang.
I refuse to entertain 6th gear. Susan S. or Biscuit.
Ain't no
Said
6th
fun,
gear going
fun,
on
fun
in this
prism.
truck.
JR. Said no tolls in Arizona. Prism Blue. Said Susan do you and Amber need any washing done? MT player flag of South Africa. Said Susan S. Ha ha ha. Desert Rat. Said JR I received that scam. Never been on a toll road. Tom Gray. Said Junior Yate fake tolls is the new SCSM. Tom Gray. Said scam. JR. Said I travel 10 a lot when I am there.
Dang it, man.
Joseph Johnson. Said hello.
Hello, Joseph.
Viper Simulations and Gaming. Said making an ATS trucking video while watching Trucking with the Ride Along Gang.
Heck yeah.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said
That's the way to
LOL
do it,
Risen.
man.
I'm all caught up, thanks.
Well, that just backfired immensely.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said Prison.
I mean,
MT player flag of
it
South
bombed.
Africa. Said it looks like a farm place. I don't know what is that on the left-hand side of the road. Did everyone tell me? Drew Locker smiling pile.
I didn't hear anybody tell you.
Said Bobby, did you see my text to you?
I don't see
Soul
text.
Dasher Joni.
Drew, I don't see text.
Said you're done. Friedrich Mueller. Said I was literally waiting your live video with my instructor while he was showing me how to shift when we took the truck out for a drive. How's that for nuance? Joseph Johnson.
Dang it.
Said not many trees are we in Colorado.
Did you tell him you was
Susan
watching
S.
a real
or Biscuit.
instructor?
Said face orange raised eyebrow. Deborah Warner. Said I like the noise effects, thank you Bobby.
Yeah,
Drew Locker smiling pile of poo eye. Said on Facebook.
Oh, no, I don't get on Facebook that much, Drew. Very little do I get on Facebook. I didn't create that page so that I could get on it. I
Viper
created it so y'all could
Simulations
get on
and
it.
Gaming. Said are you going to large cars and guitars in Hay at Bristol Motor Speedway?
No, I don't think so. 56 miles to Pueblo.
Drew Locker smiling pile of poo eye. Said okay I add you.
You had me. I don't accept friendships or friend requests either. I'm still in the process
Friedrich
of deleting.
Mueller. Said LOL he would not have liked that. I'm not trying to make my instructors hate me, except for the whole refusal to shift and offset backing thing.
Dang it, man.
Prism Blue. Said 73 degrees here in Chicago. Friedrich Mueller. Said but that stuff ain't important anyway.
Right.
Drew
right.
Locker smiling pile of poo eye. Said okay. Martin Trejo. Said that means soon you get on I-25, that right Mr. Bobby.
Sounds
Edward
about right.
Seifert.
Sounds about
Said I
right.
never understood double clutching and why it's needed. Joseph
It's
Johnson.
not needed.
Said I am in Chicago.
Double clutching's for the ones that don't know how to change gears. It's all double clutching's for.
Norm Whitehouse. Said Ed it is such a grind.
$6,688 feet in altitude. Man, what a drop.
Deborah Warner. Said it finally went up to 79 degrees in North Aurora, but now since the sun's going down probably drop, probably 73 degrees or 75. Rockin' and Slottin'. Said Pueblo code that darn Pobox commercials Pobox 11,111 y'all remember that. Soul Dasher
I don't
Joey.
remember that.
Said man, I am tired.
Take a nap.
Wampus Cat. Said don't let the sun go down on you. Rick M. Said jamming gears has to be a fever. Friedrich Mueller. Said it's needed to show people all the cool things truckers can do. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said LOL Norm. Soul Dasher Joni. Said 73 here.
73.
Friedrich Mueller. Said I think it's really to preserve the transmission life of the vehicle, but nowadays, tech is different, so it's not needed what my instructor told me. MT player flag of South Africa. Said Susan S. How's the weather we're now on? Steve Knapp. Said clutching is for starting and stopping.
That's
Davey
it.
Farms. Deborah Warner said 270, keep going and thumbs up, and for the Misfits and the ride along thing,
270,
smiling
dang
face
it,
with
let's
3 hearts,
go.
smiling face with 3 hearts. Prism
Do
Blue
this.
said hi Cat. Friedrich Mueller said granny shifted instead of double clutching like you should. No one got that reference in my class.
Dang.
I hate being old.
Good Lord. Did that cow have... That had to have been a calf beside that thing. Either that or it had 6 legs. I'm not sure.
Ellen Judge said, where are you now?
Walsenburg, Colorado. Not to town, but we're getting pretty close.
The Real Beat said, as soon as you nap in the truck you get screamed at. Wampus Cat said, Halo Prism. Wampus Cat said, LOL, got a cat commercial. Fred Redmond
Dang it.
said, good afternoon Bobby, looks like you just got started, headed to my state.
Great, how you
Martin
did?
Trejo said, hi Ellen. Andy C said, cow was capping. Prism Blue
Cow was
said,
camping.
looks like a back
man.
road.
I didn't think about that. It was the front side. It wasn't the back side. It was the front side. It looked like it had 4 front
Edward
legs.
Seifert said, there's a Love's there for pizza.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stop there and grab a pizza.
Ellen Judge said, hi Martin.
I think.
Martin
Probably will.
Trejo said, how are you, Ellen?
Quit looking at people's pictures, Martin.
Fred Redmond said, depending on where you're going, Florida, how does one set up a meet with you?
Going to McLinley.
Ellen
McLinley.
Judge said, I'm good, and you? Andy C said, yep, calves are born head first. Tom Gray said, better than 4 heads.
Who said that? Andy.
Norm Whitehouse said, as they said in Twister, we got cows. Ellen Judge said, St. Petersburg, FL.
St. Petersburg. That's not where I'm going, but is that where you're from?
D.I. Lasso D.O. said, I gotta go, Julia, we got cows. Martin Trejo said, what pictures, Mr. Driver?
I'm playing with you, man. I'm just
Ellen
kidding around.
Judge said, yes.
Profile pictures.
Wampus Cat said, I know if it's raining cats and dogs, you have to watch out for poodles. If it's raining cows, I guess you have to watch out for cowbies. Andy C said, I helped deliver 70 calves 1 year at a dairy farm.
Dang it.
Ellen
70?
Judge said, LOL. Hank said, I didn't see the cow, but if it looked like it had 6 legs, it was a deformed cow. Fred
It looked like
Redmond
it had 6 legs.
said, thanks Bobby, maybe one of these days I'm in Orlando.
In Orlando?
Martin Trejo
Can't on that.
said, Mr. Bobby on US 160. Kevin Towler said, LOL. Prism Blue said, it would be nice if this road went on forever. Susan S.
This road does
Orbison
go on forever,
said,
man.
face blue smiling wampus.
I've been on this road for 2 decades. It just keeps going and going. I don't see an end to
Wampus
it
Cat
anymore.
said, it almost does the other direction. Stevie Knapp said, at Andy, did you have to chain any? Norm Whitehouse said, 6 legs, what you smoking? Prism Blue said, LOL.
What you smoking, man? Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop at Love's and get something to eat. I'm hungry, man. I haven't made anything, man. That's why I'm
Deborah
gonna have to
Warner
stop at Love's because I'm
said the road
starving.
keeps going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny, right? LOL. Jonathan said, I remember going to Frisco on way to Breckenridge years ago. Now, if High Altitudes is still here. Hank said, I just had my dinner. Andy C said, yep, like chains. Jonathan said it was 1,997. Prism Blue said, touche, Deborah.
Touche.
Freedom Rocks said, hope you beat all the bad weather heading the same direction you are, Bobby.
Is there bad
Desert
weather?
Rat said, Prism, have you heard? The road goes on forever and the party never ends.
That's right.
Tom Kearney said, I forgot to have dinner. Wampus
Dang
Cat
it, man.
said, another dispensary, imagine that.
That burrito
Elviston
took care of you today, didn't
said
it?
someone from Laredo, TX. Prism Blue said, yes, drive.
Oh, I see a train
Mac
passing
Daddy
through
said, dang man,
Walsenburg.
just had an internet interruption for the last 3 minutes or so.
Dang. Oh, there's a bear sitting over there in the parking lot.
Said, can't go to Vegas anymore. The second smoke pot smell is just. Tom Kearney said that burrito was epic. Yes, it was. Jonathan said at Wampus Cat.
That's
Viper Simulations and Gaming
a
said some of the
windmill
buildings
holler.
you are passing is an ATS. Must be pretty bad. I can remember all that stuff. LOL. Hank
They did pretty
said
good
the
that
chicken and
ATS.
dumplings was good.
Check that train
Martin
out, man. It's a
Trejo
windmill holler.
Said Bear. Kyle Lundmark said, good evening, Bobby. We had a bad thunderstorms a while ago.
How you
Susan
doing?
S.
Bad
or
thunderstorms.
Biscuit. Cedric, good song. D-Rat. Desert Rat said, excellent. Kevin Towler said, I had garlic butter bacon cheeseburger from Sonic Drive-In. GDI said, hi, Bobby. Wishing you a safe trip.
GDI, how you
Deborah
doing?
Warner
Thank you.
said, touche. Wampus Cat said, ooh, anytime you get stopped by a train, you need to buy a lottery ticket.
Right.
Prism Blue
I don't get stopped by trains too much.
said, Dr. Minus, and I've watched a few friends crash and burn. L. Whiston said, casino and LSD. Desert Rat said, great story, Prism. Mac Daddy said, how fast is the train going? James Ewing
Looks like maybe about
said, hurry up,
25.
train, LOL. The Real Beat said, they make them windmill things in Pueblo. Steve
Oh, did
Knapp said, I was wondering where you seen a train, LOL.
Straight in front of us,
Desert Rat
man.
said, and a good song. Kyle Lundmark said, I'm good, Bobby. We had hail, heavy rain, and lightning strikes. Mac Daddy
Dang it, man.
said, there is a
Hell.
place in Pueblo, Colorado that makes windmills.
Pueblo. Picking up the windmills.
Freedom Ross said, check the Storm Prediction Center, Bobby. The Real Beat
I don't pay attention to storms.
said, yep, Baratas.
BNSF.
James Ewing said that train car is carrying for airplane.
He's
Steve
going in
Knapp
reverse, man.
said, not when you said it, LOL.
Not when I said it. Yeah, I could see it from a pretty decent distance back.
James Ewing said, yep. Jonathan
No drinking in the
said
parking
at
lot,
Daddy
people.
ATS windmill delivery. Trey Bowden said, this is a cool channel. I be liking it a lot.
Thank you.
Mac Daddy
Trey.
said, Interstate 25 south side of Pueblo. You can see the windmill factory. Hank said, very short train. Viper Simulations and
I thought it
Gaming
was a pretty long train.
said, oh, that is one of the older BNSF schemes.
Yeah. Looked old anyway. So there was a little kid over in the parking lot. Looked like he was giving me the horn pump. He might not have been, but it looked like it.
Wampus Cat
So instead of being a disappointment,
said, you ain't seen nothing yet, Trey Bowden.
I did it.
Tom Kearney said, it's the coolest live stream on the web.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
B. Said you're cool. Trey Bowden. Said everybody, thumbs up now. Norm
Let's
Whitehouse.
go.
Said just seen a bail bondsman commercial. We will have you out before the soap hits the floor. Deborah Warner. Said that was fun.
Dang
Smiling
it.
face with 3 hearts. Smiling face with 3 hearts.
Have you out
Tom
before the
Kearney
soap hits the floor.
Said with cool deer crossing shots. Cat
Oh, yeah,
Mom.
yeah.
Said hello Bobby and Misfit Gang.
Come on, hang
Tom
in there.
Kearney. Said LOL. Deborah Warner. Said 279.
279,
Daddy.
let's go.
Said that bear back there. Wonder what he thought of your windshield eye display.
I don't have them on right now because one of
Said
them's
hello,
red,
Cat Mom.
so I don't have them
Martin
on.
Trejo. Said looks like it's on business I-25.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't have them flashing right now because one of them's on the red
Said
eye.
G-Cat.
I don't want to get a ticket. He would have sure probably come out and let me know what he thought about it.
Martin Trejo. Said are you okay, Mr. Bobby?
I think so.
Cat Mom. Said hi, Cat.
I think I am. I think I am. I think I am. Might not be, but I think I am.
Deborah Warner. Said this reminds me of the road I-25 that we would drive in on the east side of Aurora, except it doesn't have heels. Jonathan. Said was that Mule Shoe or Fort Garland? Dennis Helms.
That was
Said
Walsenburg.
what's up, right along gang.
No, not too much. Then it's just
Said
cruising
50
down the highway.
miles per hour.
It was Walsenburg.
Hank. Said that's what the sign said.
What? Mule shoe? I'm scooting over here to the Loves. I'm gonna grab me a bite to eat, man. I'm starved to death. I had a little snack today, and that's all I've had. Well, I had the hot dog this morning, but then it was just a snack.
Mac Daddy. Said cheeseburger.
Maybe. Cheeseburger. Ain't no telling. Maybe a slice of pizza. God bless.
Martin Trejo. Said we made on I-25.
No, not
Cat
yet.
Mom. Said my CT scan results showed I broke 1 of the bones in the top of my foot.
Dang it.
I have this silly boot for another month.
Another month. Good Lord. Oh, we're not going to stay here no 30 minutes.
Cat Mom. Said cheeseburger please. Wampus Cat. Said sigh. Take and bake pizza from the grocery store.
Take and bake. Interesting.
Jonathan. Said I was in Walsenburg years ago. I remember it different. Mac Daddy.
Really?
Said chicken nuggets.
Maybe you wasn't in Walsenburg
Wampus
then.
Cat.
Look at
Said a
that.
frozen Nestle
Swift
Crunch
Army
and
over
a
there,
vanilla
y'all.
Coke Zero sounds good. Kevin Towler.
It's a Swift Army right
Said
in
let's
front of
truck
us.
stop in the middle of nowhere.
Loady, loady, loady.
John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Cat Mom. Dennis Helms. Said hey Wampus Cat. Kai Esterhammer loves his Amtrak engine 179 flag of Ukraine. Said each Swift tractor is a different make. Cat Mom. Said hi John 123. Kai Esterhammer loves his Amtrak engine 179 flag of Ukraine. Said Freightliner Volvo and Kenworth. Hank. Said the Swifties are getting after it. Molly Davis. Said hi John. Molly Davis. Said hi Cat Mom. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Molly. Cat Mom. Said hi Molly.
Alright, I'll be right back, y'all.
Taylor married Travis Kelce in Vegas. Cat Mom. Said we'll be here. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Alice. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Hank. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said there will be a song about that soon. Cat Mom. Said yes, lock the door so no one will steal us. J.R. Said I like snacks. Alice Usher. Said hi John. Hank. Said I did not hear that news about Taylor Swift marrying Travis. Soul Dasher Joni. Said BBBBBLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLll. Wampus Cat. Said I hope they both did prenups. Said hello John 123. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Joni. Friedrich Mueller. Said in school I asked if there would ever be a situation where I'd have to back into an open parking space surrounded by a line of parked trucks, and they laughed at me and said that wouldn't be realistic. Molly Davis. Said there's nothing about Taylor Swift getting married.
See, I had my reefer on continuous.
This is why I literally don't listen to a word anyone says.
I had my reefer on continuous.
Said hi JR, hi Joni, hi Hank.
And the
Junior Richardson. Said good night.
and the office
Said Taylor always
turned it back on stop start.
MT player flag of South Africa. Said good lord people. Hank. Said hello Cat Mom. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey JR. JR. Said hi Cat Mom. JR.
All Swift needs is a Peterbilt over there, right?
Said Bobby that was fast.
All I done was got a piece of pizza and back out.
Buddy Reed. Said Bobby, I looked at the weather and I did not see any rain, snow, wind or tornadoes in your area.
Hey.
If you go south or east, you may not see anything going that way.
Tim, Phil, appreciate it. Man, oh man. Not bad. Not bad. I even got two pieces. Normally I just get one. I'll tell you what though, it looks like some weather. Kinda. Jeez, that's blinding. I should have just stopped here for the night. That's what I should have done. What do you think? Yeah. Drive a little bit further. Goodness gracious. I'm glad we're not headed that way for very long. Wow. That is bright, man. Goodness, I can't even see the road. Dang it. Holy snap, man. Don't nobody pull out in front of me. I can't see nothing.
Said you can make it to Raton.
Yeah, I'll make it past Raton, I think.
Mac Daddy said might as well keep going since you have a long ways to go.
Yeah,
John
I do. I've got a long ways to
123
go.
Canada 42 said you seem on the right lane. Molly Davis said can't see the road either, Bobby. John 123 Canada 42 said I could help. YouTuber Karioka said hello, what cargo do you delivering?
Popcorn. Why does everybody care about the cargo for? That's just what I wonder. I mean, I'm not trying to be a bajo or anything. I'm just curious. Why does everybody wonder what you're hauling?
Hank said it's bright just by looking at it through my phone screen.
Yeah, it is. Bicycles are okay, but people walking's not? That's crazy, man. Lord have mercy. That was
MT Plymouth
right.
flag of South Africa said Jesus I can't see nothing too. Steve Knapp said just wondering maybe.
Yeah, I
YouTuber
guess.
Karioka said popcorn delicious, wow. In Portuguese is pipoca.
Pipoca? Pipoca? Interesting. We're hauling pipoca. That was educational.
Wampus Cat said Trinidad needs a suburb called Tobago. Lord White House
Tobago?
said I'm sure glad you're driving, I would get a DUI.
Dang
Steve
it.
Knapp said LMAO. Tom Kearney said what the heck is that cloud? Desert Rat said they are just curious what's being moved. Curious minds want to know.
I know.
Tom Craig
I know.
said saw Peterbilt pulling a big connected rig today with a total of 100 tires.
100 tires? Dang it. That's a lot of tires.
103 said you are right next to the sand dunes. Cat Mom
See, Doc, how you doing?
said hi desert. Super Truck Bar said hauling bear skins LOL.
Bear skins.
Said popcorn in Russian is Pia rain. YouTuber Karioka said you chose the route.
Yeah, I choose the route. You too.
Desert Rat
Karaoke.
said howdy.
Welcome to the Rattling Gang. Everybody give Sea-Dog and YouTube Karaoke a nice warm Rattling Gang welcome.
Said that is a lot of tires to kick. Cat Mom
Yeah, it is.
said hi Super Truck Bar. Hank said just because you can see what the people on a flatbeds are hauling don't mean you're going to see everything what everybody's hauling. Tom Gray said Carl Pop. Super Truck Bar said hi Capcom. Wampus Cat said welcome Sea-Dog, Eek, and Karioka. Rick said welcome newcomers.
Got a hobo over there.
Cat Mom said hi Sea-Dog, hi YouTube. Welcome. Andy C said howdy Cat.
You better not throw a rock at me.
Hi Esther Hammer loves his Amtrak engine
unpopped. It's light if it's popped.
Savannah G said howdy Bobby and the rat.
Savannah, how you
Deborah
doing?
Warner said hi Sea Dog.
Wow, that piece of pizza was good. Either that or I was starving. I think I was starving.
Rick said Bobby, can you put the sun visor down on the passenger's side? The glare is hughing my eyes.
I've got it down,
Savannah
man.
G said I am excellent.
Excellent, right on.
Said you'll go to the corner now. Super truck car said LOL, I tagged another trailer today. Tom Gray
What?
said I feel lighter when I'm popped.
Did you tag it right like that?
303 said hi Deborah S. Deborah Warner said maybe both Bobby. Alice Usher said hi Sea Dog. Sea Dog 303 said sorry hi Deborah. Deborah Warner said thank you so much.
Oh, maybe both. I got you.
Andy C said when it's popped it has lost moisture and gained volume but not weight. Norm Whitehouse said do you have pineapple on it, asking for a friend. Super Truck Car said no, don't have rag stickers.
Dang it, man. Lord have mercy. My fingers are greasy. Man, they've been storing them cars there for a long time.
Cat Mom
Seems like the last time we
said
come
that
through
Jeep
here, they
is
was there.
flying. Savannah G said he's gotta go.
Oh,
Flag of South Africa.
here comes a DeLorean,
Said
y'all.
3:08 a.m.
Check
now
this
on
out.
South Africa time.
We got a DeLorean coming up beside us.
Said well guys, well Bobby smiling face with 3 hearts, smiling face with 3 hearts.
Look at this DeLorean. I'll be dang. They do exist.
Sea Dog 303 said he's right next to our sand dunes. They're small but cool. Wampus Cat said must be going to the Cubs World Series. Martin Trejo said Mr. Bobby is on Interstate 25.
Yes, we
Friedrich
are.
Mueller said no way.
Did you see it?
Deborah Warner said oh yeah, that looks nice. Cat Mom said cool. Carl Johnson said Gary, put that for a short. LOL.
That would probably be the best view of a DeLorean that we've got on the channel.
Years said still full.
Well, we're full again. We unloaded and reloaded already.
Fred Redman said it was a Cybertruck. Bobby LOL.
It was not a Cybertruck. There's no such thing as a Cybertruck.
Said I have 3 in my town. Bobby. Hank said I don't like them. Super Truck
I want to drive one.
said a channel called Reinhardt Plumbing gutted one and put a roll cage on one. Really pulled out.
Dang it.
Said Tesla. Sea Dog 300.
Y'all don't know what y'all are talking
said
about.
gonna be looking right in the sun.
Somebody else says Tesla Cybertruck again.
Said cool.
Ban them.
Years. Said nice. Delivery to Florida.
Delivery to
Tammy
Florida.
Reagan
I'm kidding.
said that looked like a Tesla truck.
Oh, Tammy's going to be the next one on the list.
Identifies as a Swift brand. He
I'm
said
kidding.
I've been told I'm full of something. Friedrich Mueller said that ain't no DeLorean.
It is a
That car
DeLorean.
can
Y'all
only
stop
take you
arguing
all the
with me.
time to where it's all rusted out. Tom Kearney said DeLorean driving to Greenland. Sea Dog 303 said OH no, he's going east. He'll be alright. Hank said you can have my car share when it comes to those vehicles.
Thank you for following the channel.
Said get with the program.
Get with the program, people.
Said can we say POS?
Don't make me kick y'all out.
Said LOL.
son of a
Savannah
gun.
G. Said mine.
No, you didn't.
Deborah Warner. Said yes it is. Rick. Said I don't dare to IV. Already been in the corner 3 times.
Oh, y'all are feeling frisky today. I
Said
see how
don't
it
make Bobby
is.
pull this truck over
Yeah.
unless he has to kick another tire. Geo 79.
Exactly.
Said GM. Me. Fred Redman.
Why is the
Said
sun
I
rays?
did see a Delorean driving around Orlando a week ago. Soul Dasher Joni.
Why is the sun rays
Said
coming
it's not
from
a
the?
Delorean, it's a dumpster. Deborah Warner. Said is everybody trying to get kicked out for the night? LOL.
I think everybody's trying to get kicked out.
Said I saw one in my little town in Georgia and thought to myself, oh Lord, he must be lost. Soul Dasher Joni. Said you're done.
You're done.
Savannah G. Said la la Tom. Me. Said morning Geo. Tom Kearney. Said Tom Gray you're done. Hank. Said right Savannah G we done. Amber. Said 293 likes keep them coming.
293. Let's go.
Said Jody wins best comment. Rick. Said if you say it in dub will let me sing. Tom Gray. Said I've been done. Savannah G.
Tom's been done.
Said I wouldn't mind hanging out in full wild Cybertruck. Carl Johnson.
I'd drive one around.
Said all you Cybertruck lovers, you're done.
You're done.
Andy C.
You're done,
Said it's an
son.
oversized titanium spinach can.
Put a fork in them. You done strummed my last guitar string.
Hank. Said is it the same thing, Bob, if they would call an electric truck? Jonathan.
I don't think so.
Said
Well,
she's not joking.
with the flux
It actually
capacitor.
is designed exactly like dumpsters in, I think, was it India? One of the Far East countries. Friedrich Mueller. Said honestly though, I wish they would remake the DeLorean. Love that care. Savannah G. Said I'd sell it if somebody gave it to me. Deborah Warner. Said 296. Friedrich Mueller. Said care. Cat Mom. Said if you missed the DeLorean, I just posted a screenshot on Ride Along Gang Facebook page. Friedrich Mueller.
Well, thank you,
Said
mate.
car
Thank you very
backslash.
much.
King Nero. Said this is how steak gets done. King Nero. Said hello to all. Tom Gray. Said be careful, Bobby. They say the panels fly off them things in the wind.
Oh, man. That's not good because it's up ahead of us. We'll run over it. As long as I can say, we'll run over it.
Cat Mom. Said you're welcome. Deborah Warner. Said a friend gave me a wine cooler and I'm going to have a drink, LOL.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Deborah's about to have a wine cooler. Chat, take cover.
Savannah G. Said thanks for warning us, Deborah. Deborah Warner. Said oh dear we don't need that. Me. Said you'll take one, Deborah. And team player flag of South Africa. Said guys 297 went almost where to 300 months. Geo 79. Said hello, Cat Mom. Rick. Said the laptop goes half closed.
Dang.
Matthew Fields. Said hi everyone, my birthday is at the end of TC1.
End of the
Deborah Warner.
month.
Said
Matthew, how
you're
you
so
doing?
welcome, LOL. Friedrich Mueller. Said how do you pre-check a flux capacitor? No crack seats, securely mounted with fuel filled to the aft level of 121 gigawatts.
1.21 gigawatts.
Said at Soul Dasher Joni what country were those dumpsters? Looked like the Tesla truck. Was it India? North White House. Said that's it out of the pool. Jonathan. Said I heard that story too. Deborah Warner. Said Barbie you got me again.
Good Lord have mercy.
Said I do.
Now we know why she's calling me Barbara or Barbie.
5 minutes on the second side. Let rest for 6
It's
minutes.
the dang wine coolers.
Cat Mom. Said hi Geo. Wampus Cat. Said did I hear talk? Amber. Said way to go Misfits.
Boom! You guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, are freaking awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much for over 300 thumbs up right here at Triathlon Gang. Really do appreciate it. Snatch some salt from the salted crew. Butter up that popcorn. Enjoy the rest of the ride. Now we do love the Misfits around here. How much do we love the Misfits? Freaking bunches. I missed the comment about the toolbox. I didn't hear that. I heard toolbox, but I didn't hear what you said about it.
Said boom 300.
Ratton Pass, 42 miles.
Said LMAO. Mike. Said hey again 303. Amber.
Welcome back. Thank you.
Chris Wyatt. Said 300 likes.
Let's go.
Wampus Cat. Said our wine coolers still even a thing.
Are they? Well, Deborah thinks so.
Matthew Fields. Said how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's not bad. How you doing?
Said hello Amber. Elizabeth M. Said frickin' bunches. Matthew Fields. Said my birthday is at the end of this month.
End of this month? Happy birthday.
Said bring time Matthew and you. Mike. Said yep Wampus it's called ice hot hot. Hank. Said just imagine somebody had to get some work for an emergency and they say I have to charge my vehicle at first not good in a lot of ways.
Dang it.
Amber. Said hi Geo79.
Geo, how you doing?
Matthew Fields. Said I am super. Cat
Super,
Mom.
right on, man.
Said butter salt.
Buttery salt.
Lost his Amtrak engine 179 flag of Ukraine.
Amtrak, how you
Said
doing?
frickin' bunches.
Freaking bunches.
Tom Gray. Said Deborah's a riot around the cooler. RLT78. Said hi Bobby and you ragamuffins.
RLT, how you
James
doing?
White. Said 66 degrees in Flaw tonight.
66 degrees in North Florida
Said
tonight.
LMAO I was just about to doze off when I heard something about Bobby now being called Barbie.
Dang it.
Cat
And the
Mom.
Metallica's
Said
away.
hi Amber.
Lord have
Deborah
mercy.
Warner. Said 303. Matthew Fields. Said 42 I will be.
42.
Deborah Warner.
Right on, man.
Said it's getting close happy birthday and hi everyone again. Landon Auguster. Said 300 likes. Way to go.
Way to go,
Wampus
y'all.
Cat. Said LOL.
300 likes in 2.5 hours. Y'all are spectacular.
Amber. Said hi Cat Mom. Wampus Cat. Said Halo Geo Halo.
You'll have to either wait till the end of the stream, Fred,
Said
or
I said that handle coming
unless
out,
Tasha
but March
grabs it
Rover
up
will be a second
to
coming,
accept
and
you
then
into the
toolbox he
group.
ran over. Amber.
Dang it, I missed it again. I missed it again.
RLT78.
About the toolbox.
Said Haley. Anna Metallica. Said LOL. Lurch
I was flapping my jaw
said
both times.
You
You rang.
flag of South Africa. Said Long Island. RLT78.
That was 2 times in a
Said
freaking
hello,
row I
Denver.
missed the toolbox comment.
Cat Mom. Said hi Anna. Me. Said morning again Wampus. Cat Mom. Said hi RLT. Anna Metallica. Said okay I'm heading to sleep see y'all later.
Alright, Anna,
Fred
appreciate
Redmond.
stopping in and hanging out with kids
Said
next
thank you,
time
Bobby.
around.
Anna
You are
Metallica.
welcome.
Said Cat Mom. Deborah
I'm
Warner.
ready to eat my other piece of pizza.
Said
That's how
73
hungry I am.
degrees in North Aurora, Illinois. I'm going to have popcorn with my drink, Bobby. That's a double yupper.
Oh,
Chris
yes it
White.
is.
Said it's a balmy 73 here in Nashville at 8:19 p.m. Norm Whitehouse.
78, you say?
Said later Anna. Hank. Said sleep good Anna. RLT78. Said later Anna. Matthew Fields. Said I want to celebrate my 42nd birthday with 1,000 subscribers.
Well, heck yeah.
Deborah Warner. Said you take care Anna. RLT78. Said Cat Mom. Wampus Cat. Said happy birthday Matthew.
Hopefully you get just that.
Deborah Warner. Said 307.
Alright, if you want to try that toolbox comment one more time, I might be able to catch it this time. Because I'm stuffing my face full of food.
High altitudes. Said, did someone say a Cybertruck went by? Cat Kong.
No.
Said, happy birthday, Matthew.
It was a Delorean, man.
Alice Usher. Said, good night, Bobby and the Misfit.
Alright, Alice. Appreciate you stopping in.
Said, third time is a charm. Matthew Fields.
Good night, Alice.
Said, it's Monday, my fifth day is.
Appreciate you stopping in, hanging out, and catch you next time around.
Mike. Said, happy birthday, Matthew. Deborah Warner. Said, that's good, Bobby. MT player flag of South Africa. Said Bobby. Remember my birthday is on June 19th, 2025. And please calculate this on 1998 to 2025 equals. Tom Gray. Said happy birthday, Mike. King of Pick 7. Said that handle coming off that Mars rover will be a second coming of that toolbox he ran over. Mike.
Interesting.
Said how have you been doing, Matthew?
Interesting.
Matthew Fields.
What is that?
Said I do new content, it's American Truck Simulator. Tom Gray. Said happy birthday, Deborah. Wampus Cat. Said your birthday is 5 days before mine, MT. Deborah Warner. Said be 20-something years old, I'm not quite what number. Elizabeth M. Said rodeo.
Whoa. Oh yeah, we're opening it up. I got my mouth full piece of y'all. That's why I'm not saying much.
Norm Whitehouse. Said got to go catch Yosemite Sam, he just went by on a wiener dog. Wiener rat. Matthew Fields.
Alright, Norm, appreciate you
Said,
stopping in and hanging out.
Playing American Truck
We'll catch you
Simulator.
next time around.
Mike. Said I got a couple weeks to my birthday. Lot of years. Wow, LOL.
Excuse me.
Edward Seifert. Said there's that word again. Heavy. Why are things so heavy in the future? Is there a problem with the Earth's gravitational pull? King of Pick 7. Said all jokes aside, those things becoming more and more common in the Cleveland area.
Oh yeah, they, in every area,
South
really.
Africa. Said Wampus Pie. Yes. Deborah Warner. Said yeah, we all when we eat, we munch, LOL.
Everybody says they would never
Mike.
drive one, but
Said yeah, I've watched a time or two. Don't stay long.
they're getting awful popular out here.
Mike. Said lots of things going on for me. MT player flag of South Africa. Said the pizza, all your mouth, Bobby, LOL.
Yeah.
Jonathan. Said most of us are here 24/7, 365. Elizabeth M. Said Barrel Bob.
I don't see no barrel bombs.
Jonathan. Said I mean seriously.
Seriously, man. where did you say?
Me. Said dang. It'll be dark when we reach Raton Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Wampus Cat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I should have just stayed back there at Wassenberg.
Cat Mom. Said good night, gang. I will see y'all sometime tomorrow.
Alright, Cat Mom, appreciate
travels,
something
Bob.
you hanging out with kids next time around. Wow. That sounded horrible. Yeah, I should have just stayed back there in Wassenberg.
Wampus Cat. Said get that footy better, Cat Mom.
God dang it.
Amber. Said take care, Cat Mom. Jonathan. Said hey Bobby, remember stopping in Trinidad last winter to buy heater and extra, I think blanket/jacket.
Yeah.
King of Fix 7.
Electric
Said
blanket.
Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan. Said at Walmart.
There's a rest area coming up 2 miles. You know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and pull over. Go to bed. I'm kidding.
High altitudes. Said they have a new design coming for it. Looks more rugged.
I've seen Tesla police cars.
James Lesser. Set off work. Thumbs up 313.
Thank you, thank you,
Temp down
thank you.
to 55 here. MT player flag of South Africa. Said take care, Cat Mom.
I don't know, I might go ahead and stop. I don't know.
Jonathan. Said at high altitudes, have you been to Crestone, Co? Rick. Said Bobby, what's the time there? Wampus Cat.
7:30.
Said stop so we can see Raton in the round. Mike. Said good night, Cat Mom.
I'm thinking about it. I should have stayed. Like I said, I should have stayed back there at Love's, but.
High altitudes. Said yes, Jonathan, once or twice.
What? Where's the rest area at?
Wampus Cat. Said Crestone. Do they make antifreeze there?
I don't see no rest area.
Said there is a professor I listen to on radio that lives there, Eric Karlstrom. Hank. Said it's 9 minus 30 on my end. Jonathan. Said at high altitudes. Carl Johnson. Said hope the rest area has flush toilets and not wishing wells.
No doubt. But there's a building here, so. I gotta see how many hours it is, though. How many more hours Oh, great. It says 1 day. 1 day and 1 hour.
Said he loves it there. High altitudes. Said Crestone has some religious nuts.
So what's that, 25 hours?
Jonathan. Said new agers. Me. Said that's all you need. John 123 Canada 42. Said man oh man, I put the fire alarm on 2 time forgetting boiling water making coffee now BRB.
Dang it, you
What?
burnt the water?
Said pecan priests. Religious nuts. Jonathan. Said Prof. Karlstrom knows he is not in that crowd. 123 Canada 42. Said boiling until no more water in it.
Lord have
Mac Daddy.
mercy, son.
Said, are you cooking all of us eggs in the morning? King Nero.
I need to start doing
Said
that.
burning the water ain't no good.
I may do it.
Said he is non-denom biblical believer.
I don't know what that even means, man. Because we're not supposed to be talking about religion here.
High altitudes. Said, is Meg sitting on the commode while she's talking? She sounds constipated.
Dang it, man. Alright, let me see.
Matthew Fields. Said, I am now live.
You are.
Jonathan. Said, there is all these NWOUN New Age types there in Crestone though. You are correct.
Let's see. Oh yeah, we can go ahead and stop here and start up in the morning. Not a problem. I think.
Mac Daddy. Said, everyone knows we are pre-recorded live.
We are pre-recorded.
Jonathan. Said, Wabash Cannonball. Rick. Said, well, Bobby, rest up. Hope you keep feeling better. I'll catch you tomorrow. You'll be going to work with me in the morning.
See you,
Mike.
man.
Said, later, John. Mac Daddy. Said, fuel.
Fuel.
Me.
Lord have mercy.
Said, I see Trinidad at base of mountain.
Yeah, I wish it was just a touch closer.
Wampus Cat.
We'd go one wheel it.
Said, clumsy Smurf. What's a fuel?
What's a fuel? What's a fuel? Look at that. Maxie Fields is live on American Truck Simulator.
Jonathan.
He's got 3 people
Said,
watching.
we'll get down to 44F here tonight. Jonathan. Said, fairly warm for Trinidad.
71 degrees.
Jonathan. Said, good thing not middle of winter, high elevation. One scuba dude. Said, me you can't see anything because of the popcorn. Mac Daddy. Said, is Cheyenne Live going on tonight? Wampus Cat. Said, what kind of pizza did you have?
Pepperoni.
I missed it.
Who is Cheyenne Live? Who's that? I don't know who Cheyenne Live is.
WYOBT. Said, Fubar is on if that's what you mean.
Yeah, Fubar.
MT player flag of South Africa. Said, guys have wonderful night and evening on the morning. Have to go to the wedding. Catch up tomorrow. Wampus Cat.
Alright, man. Appreciate you stopping
Said,
in
like
hanging out.
Fubar on patrol.
Catch you on the next go round. So yeah, 1,500 miles.
Me. Said, we're in a popcorn drought scuba.
Dang it, man.
Mac Daddy. Said, yeah, the Fubar guy.
Yeah, he probably is live.
Mike. Said, good night, Mount. WYOBT. Said, we need popcorn too in Cheyenne Cry. Jonathan.
Grab up Fubar's live link for me, please, somebody.
Wampus
And
Cat.
we'll do a Ride Along
Said,
Gang
rest well, Bobby. Safe
raid on
driving
him
tomorrow and
on the shutdown here.
/ get some sleeps rags. Viper
Alright, Wampus Cat,
Simulations
appreciate you
and
stopping in, hanging out. Okay,
Said,
thanks,
I'm
around.
in ATS too, but not streaming. Not sure if it was a smart idea to use this extended frame peep though, LOL.
Dang it. So we're going to get Fubar's live link up if he's live right now. And then y'all can crash
Said,
his
I
live
gotta
link.
go do chores and stuff. Y'all have a great morning and stuff.
No, we're not making it to
Magic
Florida
Moon.
tonight.
Said, God night, Bobby.
Yeah, we're in Trinidad.
Jonathan. Said, so we are not making it to Florida tonight.
No.
Wampus Cat. Said oh, but enough time to join the raid. Edward Seifert. Said is this Trinidad?
Yeah,
Jonathan.
Trinidad.
Said yes. MT player flag of South Africa.
All right,
Said LOL.
there's his
When you
link.
shut down the live stream, Bobby.
Click that link right there and jump over there and let them know Ride Along Gang is raiding them up. Doing a drive-by.
//x/nuns@70 C equals BP9 GG68 ZBMQ RCR Flu Barber.
Thank you, Amber. That is awesome.
179 flag of Ukraine.
We're in Colorado.
Said he's still in Colorado or Kansas.
We're still in Colorado. Chat, you are done.